Okay, I think we're live. I think. Welcome to the stream. We are, of course, today going to wrap up the King's Arc, and then I've got just a few random Thorp clips to close it out. But I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I'm even going to. I don't know. I might take tomorrow off. I don't know. It just depends. If I can find something that like really like speaks to me, then I'll stream. But if not, I'll be back Friday for Memphis Wrestling. Man, Eric Von Erich, Dave's channel, South to West, Randy Wanzer. What a lineup. Yep, good old Bernie. And then, of course, Saturday will be Boit Watch. I've got some interesting stuff for Boit Watch. There's a couple long form videos I really want to watch. I'm trying to figure out Rainy Day. Yeah, it's kind of like maybe that's what's throwing me off. Just kind of a blah start to the day. Did you get deleted again? Or is that a new one? Slugga Vinny. Hold on, let me go in and follow it. Let me go in and Oh, I'm already... Oh, never mind. It's because they fucked up the usernames. I'm sorry. I forgot for some reason my chat keeps showing the handles instead of the usernames. All right, well... I don't have any news at all. I have no news. Although Vegan Patriot did have an interesting stream yesterday. I posted the clip of her. She randomly started talking about her penis size preference. There was a bunch of other good stuff too, but I clipped that one. I put that one up immediately. Opium. Oh, wait. There's so much stuff in the Thorp archives, man. All right, let's get started. Kings episode 3. And again, I think what people will take away from Kings is the ending. Whereas I think it's just the build to get to the ending is so good. And again, I apologize. This is shown from Manar's perspective. I did try to, hey Jeremy, I did try to at the time get the video from the Thorp's perspective, and that was not met with an agreement. So we have it from Manar's perspective. He does go off. He does scroll through stuff. So sometimes it doesn't always have the cameras aren't always on the screen. But this is the best that I can. This is the best I can manage. But again, well, we'll talk about it as we get closer to the end. But all right, here we go. Kings episode 3. And you do get to see the thumbnail, which I'm happy about, because I thought it was a funny thumbnail.
So it's very hard for them to transition easily, because this is already manufactured, so he's already learned how to do it in one way, and now you're manufacturing him to do another way. So he's always gonna, it's so easy to see that, if you, for example, if you care about drug prices, why didn't you mention it one time during the Joe Biden administration? Why didn't you do anything about it during the Joe Biden administration? You see what I mean? So it's easy to... so they
I don't want to get into a deep discussion about this, but if Manar is wondering why Bernie Sanders didn't do anything while Joe Biden was in office, it's because Democrats don't like Bernie Sanders. They're inside the party. He is not he has clout with young people and people who are progressive, but the actual Democrats that are in office do not care for Bernie Sanders and are certainly not going to help him push his agenda. I mean, get real.
Shut down. There's no speech of them. You never hear. So it's easy to counter them when they because they can't. You can't allow them to pivot easily. Hello?
Can you hear me? Just say thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna get the show started. Okay, I'm gonna play the intro and stuff. So 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, they worked double time to get him out to get Biden the win in the primary back in 2020, because Bernie won the first couple, I'm pretty sure, or first few.
Anyways, fuck Joe Biden.
I think people have they lump everybody in together, and it's not really accurate. He definitely does not have a lot of pull within the actual Democrats.
I'm gonna check out this show, guys. Let's see what's up here. Let's see what the intro looks like.
Here's the thumbnail for Kings episode 3. I think this is the only surviving version of it. I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I like it. Fighting over the crown. The fight for the
9
crown.
people watching.
Kings episode 3.
I'm not flattered by this picture. Not flattered at all. Nice to have you guys. We have 8 people watching. We have 9 people here. Stream is live.
You encourage her to. It's a good look. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Like I said before, I don't know where I'm gonna go with the Thorp content after this. I have one stream that I have access to that I've recorded that I might review at some point, but otherwise, like I'm tapped on Thorp content. I'm not saying like it's not a retirement thing. It's like literally like I'm out of content. Like there's no, the things that I would want to review are like not available.
Look at the comment coming up, guys.
Unhinged Manar. Well,
is this monetizable? Can I still monetize the stream with this music?
I think Manar is not as invested at this point because he realizes kind of what's going on, and I think that's one of the things that makes Ben.
Let's see what the show's gonna be about.
Ben really tilted.
Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of music. Goes like for 3 minutes again. It's like a 3-minute intro. Thai Church, let's go, baby. You still here?
Yeah, I was even trying to figure out what to put on like a birthday stream for Grace, and I've looked through the clips, and like we've run through countless clips at the end of streams and stuff like that. No, we don't need new content. I mean, there's definitely other stuff. I'm just saying, like, I know I like watching the Thorp stuff, so I'm just saying, like, I'm not doing it intentionally. Like, it's just I'm out. I don't have any more content. I know. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't understand the chat thing. The only thing I could find was that there was a known bug. They were considering doing it to prevent like impersonations or whatever. It's really frustrating. I can't stand it. It really makes reading chat a hassle.
This is great. I love this song. I'm a queen person, pink swaying hair. Yikes. EAE. I need new emoticons. These are ugly. I have some emoticons. I hope Manar is more controlled and brings a good show. Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna be controlled.
There are people. I mean, I'm not saying that they should do this because I don't think they should. Because you can all, I mean, you have to do a little bit of due diligence, but like there are definitely people who are like, oh my God, it's me, Mr. Beast. Please send me $20 so that I'm trapped without lost my wallet, that kind of stuff. I mean, people do that, but I don't think they do it to the extent that we all need to be put through this hell.
Oh, I'm tired, guys. I've been live. I have 2 channels. I've been live every single day on both of them. At least one of them every single day. I'm tired. Just can't stop the grind though. Can't stop the grind.
Speaking of EFD, we got a couple EFD clips.
The moment I
the
hear
end.
some sus stuff, I'm leaving. I don't want some sus stuff. I don't want to hear that's, weird.
I even looked over the VCs, to be honest, and we've watched them all. Like, we've watched some of them twice on stream. Like, there's just,
I don't want to hear nothing.
I tried to throw together a few kind of deep cut clips that we hadn't seen for a little bit, or like a couple old favorites, but Thorp Alert
Manar,
has run dry.
Team Manar. I like this hashtag. We could say Manar Rising. We can do hashtag Manar Rising too. We can do a hashtag Manar Rising. Because we are rising.
Ooh, there's Nick McKeamy.
What the fuck is this? 4 minutes of song? This is so boring. So boring. I hate I hate having to schedule things, dude. I hate it. I just let me fail by myself. I hate working with others.
Oh wait,
I
are
hate
they?
giving
Is he
extra
looking at
payments
Ben and
for
Grace's
no pay.
chat? Yeah, I think so. I get confused when Manar is on because I can never. Yeah, we're definitely looking at Ben and Grace's chat.
Yikes, guys! It's like a 4-minute song.
This is his chat, right? I'm not worried about the music. This is not going to be this video will be
They
unable to
helped
be
my grandma with
monetized
her
for a
computer for $400.
number of reasons.
Wait, the Thorps do technical support. They're like Indian. They have an Indian team. So not only do they have an Ethiopian restaurant, they have a technical Indian support team. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. What is this? What is happening? These guys, their chat is becoming.
That is when the magic of the void happens.
pictures,
When people
they're
stop
using.
caring.
Look, like this is the actual thing. This like imagery that you use from like older times imagery kind of motivates people to want to be part of those times. Maybe I need to start putting that image.
All right, F-Wood.
Now my eyes are burning. It's so boring. The cross versus the crescent. Let's go, man. I don't want to give them like 2 hours of my time, to be honest with you.
I guess though, if we had to see this from one side or the
I don't
other,
really want to give them 2
I
hours.
think it's just the music on their channel, right? So at least we get to hear Manar ramble on.
I want to talk about Bernie being a piece of shit.
Why is Manar so upset with Bernie? Like, what's the...
The cross versus the crescent. Is that what it's going to be? We'll see. They did say they have a show. Like, they actually have
Like,
a show
I understand,
ready.
like, policy-wise. I'm
They
just
did say
wondering,
that.
like, what did he do something around this time that Manar disagreed with? 2 minutes, Grace says in the chat, till they come on. Manar's attitude is terrible, too. True. He's not cut out for the, like, collabs, in my opinion, in a lot of ways. I think he does. I've watched a little bit of the rest of his stuff just to see if there was like a chance of maybe
Manar, how are you?
a chance of maybe like doing a deep dive video, but it's like when he's most in his element, when he's just doing like kind of normie debates, but like he just gets a little bit heated in them.
Hello.
I don't think the collab stuff
Hey,
is
I'm so glad to be here again with you. I've been having a
really for him.
fantastic time. Thank you so much. Entirely thanks to you. For like, I don't know how many, 12 hours in the last 2 days. I've been on that Discord, those Discord channels you suggested.
Guys, my bicep is bigger than my head, guys. What's up?
All right, so I suggested a way to do this. You can suggest a different way to do this, but like totally up to you. I could run it till 8, and then you could take it and run it however you want. I'll be available to you, or what if you want to do something else? No problem. No, we each take half. That's what I thought would make sense.
Yeah, so about that, man. I don't have 4 hours to give you, man.
Oh, okay. You wanna
Ben's
go
eating
shorter?
at the opening of the show.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, so 2 hours.
Sure.
Do you want to take half, or do you want just to run it here for 2 hours?
I like this too, the fact that Ben is still approaching it from like at least projecting like professionalism and knowing like
What are we gonna do?
how ridiculous it is.
Did you get the video ready?
What's up, Realm
Did you
Chat?
get the video ready?
What video?
The Andrew Tate.
Oh, we can do that. Yeah, Andrew Tate, Chris has it.
All right, let's do an hour.
An hour. So you're going to be gone at 7?
No, you're gonna bring him to me at 7.
Oh, okay. We'll do 1 hour here, 1 hour over there. All right, that sounds great. Do you know? Do you need help at 7, or you know what you're doing? You're gonna handle it.
Yeah, I'll handle it.
Okay,
I'll handle it.
sounds good.
You want 2
Okay,
hours?
so what's that?
Do you want 2 hours?
Do I want 2 hours?
I could do an hour and a half here, an hour and a half there. We could do 3 hours if you want.
So now he
Okay,
wants
that sounds-
3
yeah, I
hours.
prefer it. Longer the better. Yeah. All right. Do you want to go? So we'll go here till 7:30.
How about we do half an hour on Ben and Grace's channel and then nothing ever again?
I'm sorry I was a little bit late. And then you'll take it till 9.
Sure.
Okay. So not that it's a big deal, but I'll be responsible till 7:30, and then you're responsible for
Yes.
until 9, and you can have me on or not as you see.
I
you
like
could just
this
turn off
rigid
this
rules
channel
version of the
and they'll come
Thorps.
to me. Or raid my channel, whatever you want.
Remember, Ben
I
had the
think we'll raid,
mandated
yeah, 'cause
breaks.
That's easier.
Or
It'll
do you
go
want me
right
to
to
just
you.
stay on this channel?
Well, it's totally up to you. I'm happy to have you here, but we can't even get chats here, right?
Yeah, then
For
we
the legal
just
department.
take them to me.
Yeah.
We will
Okay.
file a lull suit if you don't
All
pay
right.
the money.
Grace is going to be doing tech if we have a tech issue, and she can help you with tech too. Although I know it's your channel. She'll also be popping chat. You can react to it or whatever,
You know what
you
we
wanna
should
do.
watch?
All right, so you want to just get started
What's
with
Grace
the Andrew Tate
adjacent?
thing?
We should do a whole stream about Ruby's addiction videos.
Yeah, it's just to give a little background. You know about this, Bonnie Blue?
Yeah,
I've
so
never
I do
seen
know
him.
about Bonnie Blue. I did hear, but I don't know about her new stunts. So maybe if there's something new that she did, that's why there's new media around her. But I thought she did the 100
I don't think.
Man. Was that
I
her?
don't think.
I thought
I've
so.
never heard
I thought
so.
Grace
She's the one that did the
cackling
100
on
Man, right?
gum.
In one 24-hour
She's a
period.
brat. She's got to chew gum.
I think that was her. Yeah. Is that right?
The cackler.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she like advocates for women's empowerment through OnlyFans. I mean, it's the most despicable thing I've ever heard of in my life. Yeah.
Andrew Tate, I believe, is he
Bicycling
Muslim?
to confront her mother. Oh
So
boy.
he proposed that he became a Muslim. He did do his testimony, his shahada. So we don't.
What's she gonna be thinking on
for
the ride over
example,
there? Like, well, I guess she'll probably have her camera
what do you
on.
call it? When you become a Christian, what do you call it? The B word. Baptism.
Do I always wear
When I
sunglasses to
have
protect
baptism,
my
you don't
eyes?
have to
No,
be
it's just because
thrown
I'm
in
really
water or
high.
Nothing like
I
that.
look
You
real
just have
fucked
to do
up.
the testimony, though. You have to read it out in Arabic. I believe he read it out in Arabic. I believe in his heart, he actually believed it. And when he read it back in English, and the testimony is just about you believing in one God and that it is Allah and He's the God of all gods, if there are any.
But
gods.
I like anytime I go
You
out
only
though. I
believe in
want
Him
to.
as the God. And because he conquers everything, and then we also believe that Muhammad is his messenger and his final messenger. And once you do that testimony, you become a part of Islam. Now, if he starts to do sins and stuff like that, that doesn't take him out of the fold of Islam. Only takfir, if he says, I don't believe in God anymore, or I believe this Quran needs to change in this way because I don't trust Prophet Muhammad's beliefs and everything. That's what takes him out of the fold of Islam.
I try. I will
But
say
we-
I think we've only had one episode ever that wasn't emergency based. That like whatever the task of the stream was that we didn't get done. I had to end a prime time halfway through one time, but I think that's it.
Me and you can't. throw
Usually
him
my
out of the fold of
I have
Islam
my
'cause he drank
playlist
some
timed
alcohol,
right.
or you caught him with some. You know what? Can
We
I say
usually
something about this? Because I was
the
talking to my
theme
mother
done of
about
whatever
this. I
we're
was like,
doing.
Mom, we have. Because I was talking about this case. I think his name's Ali Abdul. He looks like my brother. He's like 32 years old. His
I'm sure
wife
she
kicks
does,
him out
Randy.
of the
Even if she
house.
didn't watch it,
This
I'm
is
sure
in
somebody
American
let her know.
California. She kicks him out of the house. Before she kicks him out, he puts
Maybe Courtney will
listening
film
device in
Grace.
his daughter's tablet.
And put it on
So
Thorp
he goes to a
Tacos or
hotel
whatever.
room for the night. While he's there, he's
Thorp
bored.
Tacos.
He starts to listen, and he hears the music that his wife loves to have sex to. So he gets interested. He's like, why is she playing music? He actually keeps listening, and he starts hearing a man there. She starts hearing laughter. He gets erratic. I don't know what he starts to hear because he hears it the whole way on the right there. And then when he gets there, he cracks open the door, busts it open, puts a bullet on the dude that's on the couch, kills his wife with him,
ZXV's
and then
in his
takes the
chat.
daughter, and now he's on double homicide, and he's going to prison for the rest of
Jerome
his
will
life.
let her know.
He
Oh,
might
yeah,
be
or
in life
probably
forever. And he's
Jacinda
Lebanese. He looks
or-
like my brother. He's the same height as my brother. He has that same complexion.
Crooked
If you
Ron.
look at the picture of that dude, he kind of reminds me of my brother, so that's why I kind of got very interested in that story.
Yeah.
And turns out, so I was talking to my mom about this. I was like, "Hey, mom, we have stoning. If this was happening in the Dubai or this happened, the wife would be gone, right?" She's like, "Are you crazy? We don't have stoning." I said, "What do you mean by we don't have stoning? It's in the Quran, no?" She said, "No. The limit of having 4 men to testify." That was created so we don't have to stone, because that was the people before Islam. That was what they did. That was what the Bible people did. That was what the Jewish people did.
Yeah, it's
So the
actually a really
people
good
before
channel.
Islam
I
had
really
this
like Courtney's
tradition
content.
of stoning. So what Prophet Muhammad did, just like they had the tradition.
I
Of
don't
snapping
review
on
it
their
normally because she's not
with
really like
smacking them,
around.
with,
But we've
hitting
reviewed
them.
some of it, I think.
What Prophet Muhammad did was he put limitations on those. Just like they had the tradition of slavery, he put limitation on those. So he put first, you cannot hit your
Plus,
wife.
it's not like
unless
my
first
favorite
talk to her
era
about
of
what you don't like
overall
about her. Then you
Thorp
don't
content.
sleep with her. If
The
she continues
suburban
to do
family
that, then
days.
you're allowed to hit her, but you have to find a stick this big, and it has to have this ruling and this ruling, and,
With
and then you can
rats
only
in
hit
the
her 3
cabinet,
times, and it cannot be this much
Slugs
strength.
in the
So
back alleyway.
Turns out he puts those limitations in place, so we can't even, in fact, and that's why Prophet Muhammad never hit his wife.
She plays
That's
the
why Prophet
ukulele
Muhammad never
too. She
actually
she
stoned a
has
human
quite a
being.
few
He actually,
interesting
when people would
songs.
come to him, there's the story of the woman. She was pregnant. She goes and cheats on her husband. Then she gets a really bad feeling about it. She goes to the Prophet. She tells him, "Prophet Muhammad, I've cheated. I've cheated." He tells her, "Look, you're pregnant right now. Go put your pregnancy and then come back to me." This is authentic hadith. She goes. She puts her pregnancy.
Maybe for
away,
Grace's
she
birthday,
becomes,
since I don't
she
have any
gives the baby
Grace
birth.
content, we
She
can
comes back to
watch
the Prophet. Prophet, I cheated. I'm the one that cheated. Can you now
Ruby's
give me
Joker
my
mode
medicine?
video.
He's like, okay, listen. The baby just came out. Go give him go give your 2 years of feeding him, and then come back. He's like in shock. Why would she even come back?
Whoop.
You know, so he sends her off again. He's like, go another 2 years. You have to breastfeed him for 2 years. When he's ready, come back.
Callum's
and then when
in
she
his
keeps
chat.
coming back after he gives her a couple of times, then he has to stone her. So it's almost like he never wanted
He seems
to do
legit
that ever.
mad
You
at the end
understand?
of
So
this.
the ruling was never to stone. He
Like,
never
really
wanted, he was like,
frustrated.
"Get away from me! Stay away from me! Don't come back to me!" Like, but so what happens is she comes back and she gets the stoning. But so the limitations on the stoning turns
This
out
is
the
awful.
4-man
Whatever Manar's
testimony,
talking about, completely
almost
miserable.
impossible. Not only do
This-
you have to
who
see
cares?
them naked in the same room, you have to see the dick inside the vagina. And video evidence is not testimony, is not applicable testimony. That means
What
if
nonsense.
there's a porno, but there's only one man in the room, that's not applicable testimony that your wife cheated and she deserves stoning. Can you believe that? It has to be 4 men, almost impossible to find. Where are you going to find 4 men walking the same room, and in that room they see a dick inside a vagina? If not, they're like scrambling, right? At least they would be scrambling. You know, I asked her, what about if so what do you mean if she sees him naked?
Menar's missing, I think, is kind of missing the point that he actually believes that these rules were written like divinely, but really they're just too. It wouldn't be that difficult, especially in a Muslim culture, to like bros before hoes and say, "Oh yeah, me and my 3 buddies saw it.
He sees her.
We saw the
If he walks
penis in
and
the
there's 4 men
vagina."
behind them, but they don't see them fucking each other. But he sees her naked, and he sees the other dude naked. She's like, yeah, that's not testimony. That's not evidence of adultery.
Boy, I sure
divorce her
know.
for that.
Wouldn't you guys feel like if you walked in and your girl was just hanging out naked with a naked guy? Wouldn't you? I mean, Menar's, I guess, he's okay with that. I mean, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He's not allowed the stoning because he's.
Did
never
you
gotten
other
to
3
that
other
threshold.
dudes see that
So our
dick in that
understanding is
vagina?
completely skewed of this.
2 of them are like,
What's
"I
happening
saw
is
it."
ISIS is
The last guy's
forcing
like, "Oh
these,
shit, man, I
these
blinked."
different understandings of the religion. This is before Islam. That's why. So our
What a
actual
bunch of
understanding is
bullshit.
that's why the Prophet Muhammad never hit his wife. That's why Prophet Muhammad always pushed away people from stoning. I always was worried. That's why Umar bin Khattab never stoned anyone. Didn't like stoning people. This
How
is
did
why,
we
because
get on this
actually
topic?
never
Did
had
Ben
that
bring
as
this
a
up?
true teaching. Actually, it was pushed away from stoning. This was what the Jewish people used to do, what the biblical people used to do.
Because think about it.
to
If
the
you and your
adulterers.
buddies
We
were all
made-
married and you all had, you knew that like things were kind of slanted in your direction, you could kind of just make like a survivor style pact with each other and be like, hey, if their wives all understand that like, hey, if our husbands get together, any one of us can be like, taken out. Like, even if it is like whatever, like it's a real thing. Like that would definitely be the case. I would think at least
did
sometimes.
an extreme
It's like the Always Sunny said, the implication.
limitation on it. Impossible to even stone a person.
Well, not theoretically possible, but almost impossible.
Where
Is
you
that what
where
you're saying?
that's video? I asked my mom, what about video? She's like, nope, not applicable in Islam. You can. I was like, what do you mean? Where are you gonna find 4 people walking the room together and seeing a dick inside of a vagina? Where? It's almost impossible.
But the 4-person thing, is that in the Quran or is that in hadiths?
I think that was in hadith.
Yeah, exactly.
Hadith meaning in the interpretation of the Quran, like the legal.
No, hadith meaning extra teachings that were not revealed directly from Gabriel. So people would see, they would see how Prophet Muhammad would become irritated.
So he's
they would see
upset that they've
revelations.
made it
This is
so
a revelation,
difficult
he would
to
reiterate
stone
them
somebody.
because he could see them. But then Prophet Muhammad would say things that were not iterations of the Quran.
But again, I think as Ben pointed out, a lot of people believe that the Quran is the bedrock of the religion. So if it's not in the Quran, and I know there are certainly, not all, but many Christians will say, like, if something's not in the Bible, then, then it's open for interpretation. So I kind of, he just spent 10 minutes talking about this shit that isn't even in the Quran.
people would ask him questions. A lot of things would be asked questions about him.
Manar is
And people would still listen
pro-stoning,
to it. They would
okay.
still believe that he was
Pro-stone.
one of his prophethood powers. You know how David had the power to control flames and like
Manar in a position like that where he had the
and Solomon had
power
the
over
power to talk to
someone
animals and
would
had
just
the
be
power
so
to control
terrifying
jinns.
because he's
Prophet Muhammad
obviously
had the
such just
power
like
of
a
speech. He
morally
would
corrupt
say
person.
very little, but it would be extremely
You know what I
profound,
mean? Like, he
and people
seems
would
like a
want to hear
very
it and listen
sadistic
to it.
person to
So that
me.
was one of his. Even the jinns, there's stories of the jinns.
That's how I see it
He
anyway.
was reading the Quran. The jinns.
He gets
listened to
really
it,
mad.
and
He seems to
started
get like
reading from
happy
the
when
right
he's talking about like
verses
hurting
on
people
purpose, started
or
change this verse
forcing
on
his
purpose
will
because
on
he knew they
people.
were listening to it. So he's very genius at manipulating people through speech and controlling them. Not controlling them, but like that was his prowess. His prowess was he would say very little and he would mean a lot. A lot of people would understand it. And so yeah, Prophet Muhammad.
Manar
he
is a
would say
true
things that
heel.
would be hadith.
Like, he
Some of
is
them
a
authenticated
true
because we would actually trace back to an authentic
heel in the
person that never
Thorpiverse.
lied. So we'd be able to authenticate, and we would, we'd be able to trace back every saying, because the tracing started about a couple of hundred years after Prophet Muhammad. So a little like the children of the children, for example. So the children heard
Especially
a lot of things,
seeing
they
how
would relay them
quickly
to
he
their children.
abandoned all these
So you could
things that
go
he
and
said were so
authenticate
important
from
to
the
him, and
children
now
of
he's
the
like
children that were
trying
around
to
Prophet
like,
Muhammad, for example.
what would we
And
call
so
him?
A lot of the teenagers around the time, those are become one of the strongest
Whore-minor,
authenticators of hadith.
minimizing
Like Abu
with his
Hurairah,
like
at that
weird
time, he was a
Hormaxer
teenager,
knockoff.
And then because after 100 years,
Hormaxer.
he actually like a little bit close to 100 years. That was when the authentication started by another person called Muhammad. And
I
so
think
he was one of
Manar
the
would
best
benefit
narrators 'cause
from
a lot of
getting
his
on the
things were
RV,
authenticated.
watching some
Aisha, a
lingerie
lot of
porn,
her
and
narrations are
cranking it.
authenticated because she was so young. And then she grew up into
Why
being
is he so upset about
one of the number one narrators. So we needed these people because we were able to authenticate the religion because of them. But
You
what
don't
we do is we
understand it,
authenticate that
Ben.
this is
They've made
exactly
it
what he
so
said.
hard
That
on
was
us.
the context that he said.
Used to be,
where did he say it? For
They just
who?
took your word for
And
it.
so there were
Now you got to get
hadiths,
3
and these
guys
hadiths,
together.
they teach you how to go to the bathroom. They teach you what to say to people, how to react, how to go to sleep, how to drive, what to say before you go into travel. It's everything that is basically God perfected the religion through Prophet Muhammad.
What do you guys
And
think
anything
about
you
how
cannot
the way
find
that
in the
Manar
Quran,
has
Prophet
his
Muhammad
screen laid out for the
disclaimed
viewer?
outside of it with authenticated hadith. Thank God. Imagine if we didn't have Islam, we would not have any of this authenticatable proofs of evidence from the Prophet of God, from a Prophet of God, and we have the Quran too, a non-changed narration. Imagine if we didn't have Islam, we only had, for example, Christianity or Judaism.
I forgot how
lost religion. We have 100
How Ben
denominations.
was right out of the gate in this.
Judaism, they worship their rabbis. You know, even the Jews and the Christians. The Jews believe the Christians are liars, and Jews don't even believe in Jesus. You know, Islam at least believes in Jesus and believes in
I
Moses.
thought maybe rewatching this, it would make me kind of, because I couldn't stand Manar, like, go away heat on Manar, and then King's, like, I bought in, especially after the Bitches Brew. I really bought into the Manar arc. So I thought maybe going back and watching it, I would be able to get like I would see more of like what I see. I thought there would be more performance to it. And I just really think he's just really like, he's just a true heel.
Islam, you know, that's what I always proclaim.
Well, if you say
and heel versus heel is tough to pull off.
Islam makes no.
Like, usually ends
American,
the way this
Islam
does.
has almost no effect on my life.
That's a lie. That's
nature.
a lie. All these conservative traditions that are extremely successful in your society.
All right, LCW.
Are relying on these Abrahamic scriptures.
Appreciate
now,
it.
I would argue
True.
if they rely on Islam, they would be perfect. For example, the inheritance laws. These are laws that were sucked from us. We have the exact numbers of inheritance. Now, you guys changed the numbers. For example, taxes. We are the first creators
South to
of
west.
taxes. Are you going to deny
this
that?
is
Now
what you call the classic rope-a-dope. Ben lets Manar wear himself out. And when Manar can't go anymore, and all he can do is say, Grace is a whore, Grace is a whore, your daughter's a whore, over and over again, and he's out of gas, Ben brings out like the haymakers, you know?
As a funding mechanism for your whole government. So I'm saying the best ways for you to structure
He
your
started the
government,
show
you stole
eating.
it from Islam, you stole it from Muslim, you stole our algebra.
His blood
you stole
sugar
our
has to get built back
you
up
stole
again.
our ability. We were the first surgeons. Ibn Sina, the first surgeon to the one that you made movies about him. He like saved the black plague because he figured out where it came from. The first surgeon of Islam is a Muslim. We gave you guys medicine. We gave you guys astrology sciences. We gave you science of mathematics and.
Yeah, the suits in Palo Alto, they don't mind if you watch or listen. It's all good to them.
Numbers. We gave you a bunch of stuff, and now you're gonna say I don't have my life being affected by Islam? Are you kidding me? Taxing is a system.
It's fine.
Voting
I
is
knew
a
what you
system
meant.
created by Islam. Before Islam, there was no voting. There was only kingdomhood. Then after Prophet Muhammad's death, that was the first vote, or who's going to become the first Khalifa of Islam. That was the first Shira.
Ben looks like when Ben is fine. Okay, do you think this is maybe why Ben comes to Grace's rescue, kind of, or Grace is kind of the issue that it's when Manar starts to just over and over call her a whore. Do you think Ben here is feeling the way that Grace feels sometimes during the struggle sessions? You know what I mean? Because Ben hardly ever seems like fatigued in debates until like right prior to the explosion. But I think maybe he felt like Grace feels during struggle sessions sometimes, and in a moment of vulnerability, he white knighted a little bit for Grace.
Who are you talking about? There was no democracy. After the death of a prophet, you think people are going to vote with one another who's going to become? And then they voted Abu Bakr, and then they voted Umar bin Khattab, even though he didn't want it, because he believed that he's going to be held on the Day of Judgment for every person. So he wouldn't sleep.
No, I want him to keep streaming. I want everyone to stream.
On the Day of Judgment, that guy would take his blessings. So he would go at night.
He's
and
got it.
find
Maybe
people
his
that were hungry and try to
brother
feed them.
/
Stories about him
partner
cooking for the women that were hungry in
paying
that
for
village.
everything.
Anyways, and people like that, these are people that were voted in. We are the first Democrats, my brother. What are you talking about? This is the first prince
Manar,
of
the
Islam,
first
Abu Bakr, he was
Democrat.
voted into power. The second prince, Umar bin Khattab, he was voted in. We gave you democracy. We gave you taxing. We gave you the law system, legal system. We gave you marriage. We gave you inheritance, how to be inheritable. And be actually just in that. We give you everything.
Did they
Remember this part of the show?
Did he mute there?
Remember this part?
Just in that. We give you everything. We
Remember
taught you how
this
to go
part
to
of
the
the show?
bathroom.
See if you think they're mute that the Thorps are muted here. Whoops. Damn it.
Remember this part of the show I'm running, right? So you got to let me at least bounce in.
Hold on.
Actually, inheritance, how to be inheritable, and be actually just in that. We give you everything. We taught you how to go to the bathroom.
Remember this part of the show I'm running, right? So you got to let me at least bounce in. You're telling me.
No, I'm surprised. You say I'm not affected by Islam. I'm just surprised.
Okay, hold on.
I'm surprised.
You're telling me that the Greeks did not have democracy.
Don't ever
several
berate the
centuries
Greeks around Ben
before
Thorp.
No.
Whatever you want to call it, the
This
Christian
is a
era.
fake democracy. That
Congress.
where they used to stab each other in the back.
Like Athens.
They used to kill each other inside the Congress for each other's rule. That's the way you're talking about? Where Caesar died?
Democracy
Thank
is the
God
idea
that doesn't
that
His
happen.
best friend murdered him in that Congress. That you're
Anywhere
talking about
else.
is the legal... Guys, this is the legal system he's touting. To be very just. The guy gets murdered by one of his
system, not a
best
legal
friends, and then that guy fucks
He
his
just-
wife. And this is the most just thing in the world, guys. Look at this joke. You're talking about that?
Okay, maybe we could just take a step back and say that I understand that you're an advocate for Islam, right? And I just spent like a long time, like 10 hours, like 7 hours today, 8 hours yesterday, talking with atheists, right? And they're convinced that atheism is a great thing. Some of them were allowed back and forth. Some of them just kind of talked over me and yelled at me the whole time.
With a crowbar.
If I think something is true, is talking over someone like a sign? Is that good marketing for my side or no?
We're at like
Bro, I was educating you. This was a
50
matter
minutes
you
away,
don't know
probably.
anything about. I was giving you information you've never heard in your life. I want it to be accurate.
You
and
don't know
precise.
that to be true.
Bro, you don't even know
You're
what authentic
assuming-
hadith
you're
means. What is
assuming
authentic
everything.
hadith? What is authentic? You asked me what is
I
a
asked
hadith.
you a
You don't
question
even know what
about
hadith
I
is. What are
appreciate
you
it.
talking about?
I appreciate it. Okay, so it's fine if you want to say Islam invented democracy,
Yes.
but I don't see how that's true because if democracy means demos means like the people, Krasi means rule by the people, it may have been done by
Congress is not democracy. That's not democracy. That's an oligarchy. We had an actual representation where everybody came
All right,
and
see you later,
voted
Ember.
for who they believed they wanted to become the president. What I'm saying is when we picked who is the next successor after Prophet Muhammad, it wasn't the same as Congress. Congress is oligarchy. We had an actual system of representation of governance of like over 10,000, like people who had representatives, of course, and then every one of them voted. But yeah, like we actually had representation. I mean, it was a different system of voting.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what when they talk about Athenian democracy.
I'm
was it
saying that's an
like-
oligarchy. Yeah. That's what
not
that
an
was.
oligarchy.
Isn't that what it was? Are you the republics are oligarchs? Like, isn't that what it is?
They can't. An oligarchy is a rule by a small number of people.
Yeah, that's what a republic is.
A represent. Well, no, like a representative democracy would be where the
me tell
people
you something,
vote for a
Mohammed.
small number.
What's
of
up,
people
Ruby?
Who then vote on their behalf. That's not the same as an oligarchy.
Yeah, but by that time, it had become so corrupt that it had turned into oligarchy, and that's what we're seeing now. The same Congress that you're touting to be so
I think
great.
we do have that here today. Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
exactly. The same Congress you're touting to be so great, you see the corruption in it.
Why
So I'm
did
saying these
Manar
systems
come
of
to
government, they
our
became corrupted.
non-democracy then?
Now
Why
you wanna
didn't he
claim that
stay
they're
in his
similar. I'm
democracy?
saying they're not similar. Maybe they look similar, like there are votes,
That's
but
kind
the
of weird to me.
representation is totally different from who's
Yes,
voting.
okay, but any system of government can be corrupt, right? Any system of government can become corrupt. Even
Sure, yeah.
direct
Yeah.
vote
The
by
only
the people. You
truly-
can have mob rule and
I agree.
do horrible
Truly-
things.
I agree.
Incorruptible form of government would be a what would you call it? A graceocracy. I think that's the only real way we'll get to a true like utopian point.
Okay, so
I'm just arguing ours was perfect. Like it's the
Ours
perfect
was
system. You
perfect.
could corrupt that system. It's
What a
it's the
clown.
right way to govern is to actually have votes on who you want to be your leader instead of having kingdomhood. And that's what the Muslims did immediately at the moment of Islam. That was our legacy. Whereas other people had the legacy of kingdomhood and then they became congressional, or they had the legacy of
Representative.
oligarchy and then they maybe had the small congress to assist with consultations or small statehood matters. Whereas there was a supreme king. Where what I'm talking about, there was never supreme.
She's an
king. We
incredible
never
woman
had
with
one.
class,
The
true.
first
Who is
Muslim
we, though?
to ever
Who is we?
lead
I don't
was
understand.
Warlocracy,
put in
there you
by
go.
democracy.
Who is we? Muslims never had kings?
Never.
Saudi Arabia is a kingdom, correct? It's a Muslim kingdom.
This is not Sharia. This is not Islam. We don't believe that this is Islam at all. This is representative of Western culture's dominance of the Middle East. We wouldn't allow this kingdomhood.
We meaning Muslims?
I mean, you can have kingdomhood. That's fine. But what I'm saying is these would be...
Benton's like, really,
Democratic-
look at Muslim countries. And Manar's like, no, I don't mean them. I mean us. Like, what?
appointed in. They wouldn't be living for the rest of eternity, child to child to child. You know, they can. That's why we never have kingdoms. We have princes. These are Arabian
South to
princes.
West
We call
is
them
going to be
princes
very
of Islam.
anxious
We don't say them.
until
They're
we
kings
find
of
out what
Islam.
happens.
Because you don't have
Yeah.
kingdom over that.
Well, you do have, I mean, in Saudi Arabia, I believe it's the
Saudi Arabia Sharia law.
kingdom. I
So is Manar
would assume it claims to be
actually
Islamic.
saying
It's not
that
secular.
Muslim
As a
countries
maybe it's claims
have,
to be a little
like,
bit Islamic,
perfect
but a lot of it is not
democracies?
Sharia law, not a representation of Sharia law.
Okay, that may be true. That may be true. It would be. I don't know what you're saying may be true or may not be true, but I don't think every Muslim country where there are Muslims, you have democracy.
My favorite kind of Ruby
necessarily,
content is where she
but
sits down on
maybe
the
where you have
sidewalk.
Sharia law. So wouldn't that
and
just be
then
the Islamic
talks
Republic
with
of
the viewers.
Iran? I mean, I don't know that they're in that.
How
many
long ago?
countries.
This was
There's no
July,
Sharia
I
law
think.
then. They're not even Muslim. They're Shia.
Right. Okay, but so
Oh,
then
no,
you're
this is
defining
my-
who's Muslim.
I
then.
forgot.
So
I
what's
uploaded
happening
this.
is you're seeing a very traditional conservative governance, rule of governance, and then you're associating it with Islam because they claim to be Muslim.
Right.
Okay.
It's called the Islamic Republic. Right?
But nothing they're doing is Muslim. Everything they're doing is they have to rely first.
Welcome to the
on,
warlocracy.
The Western influence, and if they're accepting of that or not. So you want to, for example, talk about Saudi Arabia. They have clubs in there. They sell alcohol. They sell
Hey, Ruby, you remember
pork.
that guy Ken?
Not legally though, right?
They do. Yeah, they have actual clubs in there. They have legal
But
clubs.
it's
they have like
not black
areas.
market?
No, they have areas now that's admissible.
Not just for Westerners.
Yeah, anyone can go in there.
No, it wasn't
you
last summer,
Saudi
was it?
Arabia is going to create Saudi Arabia for Westerners. The money's
It was
coming
in
from
July,
Saudi
I
Yeah,
Arabia.
think.
like some places.
You
that are
think
like hotels or
UAE is
something
getting
like
their
that.
money from tourism? They're getting their money from making it expensive for the UAE citizens to buy things. That's how they make money. Because
Yeah,
the UAE
he's just-
citizens are the ones
he's
full of money,
awful.
not the tourists. They want to suck the UAE citizens out of
I
their
thought
money,
I
not
would
the
really like it would be like, okay, Manar's definitely like an active reason why this arc turned out to be so good, and he's really not. Like,
tourists. So
how do you almost turn Ben Thorp babyface? Like, Manar is just, he's a true heel.
Well, like
that's
Dubai.
funny. The Saudi Arabian.
Dubai is, okay.
So Saudi Arabia would be the Saudi Arabian is your biggest investor. You want to go and catch all Saudi Arabians' money, not tourist money.
Oh no, this might have been in June. Whoa, shit, I don't know. I think you're right though, because when I was talking, because I interviewed Ben on the 3rd of July, but I wanted to do it on the 4th of July, which was the 249th birthday of America, and have it be the last episode of Kings. So I think it would have had to have been a little bit before that, maybe, if my timing is right.
So you would want to market to Saudi Arabians. You don't want to market. So yeah, they would be creating these, like they have cinemas, they have malls now, they have everything there you need. Has nothing to do with the Sharia. Now they maybe had some representation, but it's very fleeting. It's always pushed by.
How does
Western
Manar have a
influence. Western
girlfriend?
influence is very
People
strong. It
debate that.
destructures everything. It's weird. We don't have Sharia
Okay.
law.
Okay. Do you want to Do you want to do the Andrew Tate thing?
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I don't have that much really knowledge about what you're talking about with Islam. So
I don't know if
know much. I don't have much to
Ben's like, hey, why don't we talk about something that we're both interested in?
push back on.
I know.
He was so patient, though. I mean, really, I feel like, for Ben.
I know. I don't know if Grace can find us a nice
Jihad
clip instead of just
Maxer.
watching the whole thing. I want a like nice controversial thing where she thinks, oh, it's so empowering for women.
Oh,
to
I
be
see what you
open.
mean.
I'm
It's me.
interested in your opinion on that. Like, let's say your
Andrew
daughter.
Tate actually agrees with her to some degree.
I know, so because that's the secular liberal rule, like it's freedom of speech.
Andrew
so.
Tate is not a liberal. He's what's called I think he's called an accelerationist. Like, he doesn't think what she's doing is good, but he thinks it's good to show the weakness of liberalism. But you can argue that with me. We'll start here, Grace. I don't know. We didn't. Neither of us have watched this in its entirety. But if you know a great place, oh, here you go. Here's a 21.
Honestly,
clip.
like I don't know. I mean, it's one of those that I never. It's something that's always still kind of nebulous to me. Is that like I can't imagine that Ben really thought that Kings was going to be this huge show, but it does kind of seem like he did think there was something there because he's invested in it in a little bit different way than he is with some of the other people. Like Manar's giving him shit and he's just kind of like trying to steer back to a different conversation. Like I don't feel like he would do that with a lot of people.
Go ahead.
Do you think Andrew's a good role model?
It depends which way you're looking at it. But yeah, everything he says.
Or how would you look at it?
Well,
yeah,
have you ever
I guess.
watched
I
a
think he is.
Thorp's
I've heard
reaction
clips
stream
before
where they
you
actually
think,
get
"Look,
like
nothing,
even a
God, I
quarter
couldn't
of the way
disagree
through the
more."
video?
But it's because I've looked at it out of context. Then when I've actually listened to the podcast and it's put in context, I'm like, he is completely right. So there's not many things apart from him.
This is, and I understand it's a different scenario because Ben and Grace actually have a much different like format or whatever. But I usually just take like the length of the thing and then figure in like a certain amount of time to talk or chat or take a break or whatever. And then just like base the stream off of that.
Saying people are gay, I disagree with. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, that is true. It's factual. A lot of the time, we're not
Probably
talking
just thought he
opinions,
could
we're
find.
talking
Yeah,
facts.
I mean, he seems
Near enough everything we've spoken
seriously
about today, when
invested.
you
Like
talk
if
about
I
the
had
past, the
to
future, how it
say
is,
whether
it's
I think
factual. You
Ben's
look on the
taking
news,
King
everyone's
seriously, I
saying
think he is
it's
taking it.
true. We're not here just
Seriously.
saying, oh my God, I think this is vile.
I
We're
don't know
saying
why.
It's vile. Here's the stats. Here's the statistics to it. So you can disagree with it. We're not saying everything
Exactly,
we agree with,
Ananje.
but we're giving you the facts. You can't cry about that. I've been called like the female version of Andrew Tate for a long time
Why?
now. And I think just because I say women are lazy, they are poorly educated, they're not servicing their guy. And if you're not servicing your guy, he's going to go and cheat. And everyone's like, you basically sound like Andrew Tate. But it's like, I'm talking from experience. They're talking from call experience. And I'm saying,
I
hey,
do
these are
have
the
a
facts.
feel like I
I've
have a
slept with over
lot of
1,000 people, and this is my
questions.
But you know, if you
Can you
want
stop it? Can you stop it?
If you want to really
Sure.
actually...
Go ahead.
She slept with over 1,000 people.
Oh my
She looks
God,
like she's
bro.
23.
Stone her.
She is young.
How many
I didn't
men
think-
witnessed
Doesn't she
this?
look
Well, they
young?
were all there,
How
Manar.
old is she? 26. She's 26.
1,000 people?
Is she really only
Well,
26?
she is a prostitute.
It was a challenge. She slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours.
And
Listen to Grace lighting
yeah,
up.
within one day.
You're saying she did it in one day?
No, she did it
Oh
on
my
OnlyFans
God.
in one day.
She fucked them all, Bubba. A to Z.
So she didn't have 1,000. Like when she said I slept over 1,000 people, she
Look at
didn't mean in my
Manar.
lifetime. She meant in 1 hour and 1 day of work, one shift,
I
one
think so.
scheduled hour.
I guess so.
So can I ask you a
Vince
question,
Carter
Ben?
Cameron says she's a hoe.
Can I ask you a question, Ben? What do you think about that? Like,
That
does
box
she
got a
have
little
anything
mileage.
left, like down there? Like, would it be a nice
yeah, I do.
experience for you? Just think about it a little.
I mean, I wouldn't find that very
Listen, Manar, you're talking about art, buddy. You're not talking about having a good time. You're talking about art.
appealing. Apparently, a lot of people do. I don't think it would.
Look at
It's-
look at
apparently a lot of
Manar's
people do.
reactions during
Be a
all
nice
this.
experience for you. Just think about it a little.
I mean, I wouldn't find that very appealing. Apparently, a lot of people do. I don't think it would destroy a vagina because they. I mean, I do think you can do that. I don't know. I
Well,
know they were all
speaking of
lubed up
destroying
and everything.
vaginas, if you watch my Vegan Patriot video from last night, she says that she has to draw the line at 8. She said anything over 8 literally tears her apart, she said.
I mean, she really didn't have sex with anyone on that day. She just had condoms. You know what I mean? She didn't actually make any contact with the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. At
He
least-
loves
at least they're
talking
all
about it.
wearing-
You know what I mean?
God, thank God. At least her husband.
He's like, oh, I
can
hate
be,
porn, but he
you
wants to
know,
talk about it all the
safe
time.
to know that they were all wearing condoms. Thank God. So
Yeah,
her
I mean, I
husband.
do think
What
a
is
lot of
this
people are
reaction?
Not really having sex, but
Yeah, basically, her
I mean,
husband. Safe
Am I
to know that
okay?
They were all.
Am I a bad person because I just don't I don't care if those guys are wearing condoms or not? Like, am I just a bad person and Manar's a good person, so he's genuinely relieved that all these men use protection?
wearing condoms? Thank God. So
yeah,
her
I mean, I
husband.
do think
You
a
don't
lot
have
Thank
to worry.
God.
Not really having sex, but
Yeah, basically, she just kind of had the dildo in her 1,000 times.
yeah.
How bizarre. Now, I understand Ben's perspective on this because I think his viewpoint on it is just that sex with a condom sucks. But Manar has this thing that Bonnie Blue basically can just not count those guys because anyone who wears a condom is just like taking a dildo. Like, what? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Although I don't know what the rules were, but I imagine it wasn't.
You can't be on the
So you guys are
streets.
not joking? No, have you confirmed this? That she had 1,000 people in 12 hours? You actually
Have you confirmed
this?
this?
It's not a joke?
Yes.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
movie, dude. You
I
can
think that's
watch
true,
it.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
That's unbelievable. So how is the next girl gonna, be, win over her? She's gonna get 10,000 guys in 1 hour? In one?
I don't know,
Any
I
of
mean,
these
she
based
had
in
1,057
need a place to
in
shoot,
12
concrete
hours,
wall,
So I imagine someone
easy
might
to
say,
clean?
Let me do 2,000.
Let me guess.
24 hours.
All
but
white guys.
Oh, look,
No idea.
he's trying to get a foot in the
I
door.
have no idea.
All right.
I didn't watch it, but I suppose it's available for a certain.
I just want to know. You have a daughter, man. Like, I want to know, like, what's your actual, like, genuine feeling about that? She looks young. She looks maybe like as old as one of your daughters. I'm genuinely interested.
Yeah.
You seem a little bit more conservative. With this liberal, because you actually like liberalism, you like these liberal ideals, you like the freedom of people to do whatever they need to. You believe like your daughter needs the freedom for her to pursue whatever she would like, right?
You believe in pursuing stealing
really.
fountain drinks
It
from
depends
gas
what you mean by
stations
liberalism.
and
I
not
believe in,
returning
like,
drop
freedom in a certain
$10
way,
bills.
But
So,
go ahead.
like the freedom for women
don't even get me
to
started on
pursue
Fresh and Fit.
OnlyFans. Do you believe in that at all?
Do I think
Sammy
do
Boy
I think,
Smith was at the
like,
gangbang with
government should
Bonnie Blue.
have laws against that?
Yes.
Or do I think that
Is
that
my
legit?
daughter should do that?
Yeah, no. I just want you to, legally speaking, can we just
You know
illegalize the
Spicoli was in there
sexual
for sure.
filthy acts, or do you believe that they have the right to be instated, and then we have to educate ourselves away from them? That's my question.
I actually think that is a question that is. I don't know why people ask that question because it's not. I don't have any power to do that.
We can
nor
outlaw
am I
sex
part of
work.
a political
See,
movement
don't you
that
think this
has
is
power to do
interesting?
that.
Ben is able to de-escalate with Manar over and over and over and over again. And like I feel like that's one thing about Ben is that like once you start getting him like wound up, it just doesn't I mean maybe I'm completely wrong, but it doesn't seem like he's really able to de-escalate consistently. Yet he does it like a lot with Manar.
We can
So-
outlaw sex work.
Wait, you and me?
He wants to be in Bonnie's
it's
role?
Literally
Wow.
one. We just need one lobbyist to lobby against those websites to be closed down. And it's
Oh
like a
man,
huge,
Savvy
like,
Guy
we shut down
and
70% of all of this.
Hormaxer could have gone
You
together.
need a lot. If you and I hire a lobbyist,
If we have
then
a
it will
movement.
end. Well, you need a movement, right?
A
so
religious
the question
movement.
would be,
He
or
he
whatever
lives
movement.
here,
Do
Dave's
I
channel.
think
He's in
that-
America. He's
that
in
it
a
would be easy,
Midwest state.
like-
I don't remember which one. Iowa. It was some Idaho. It was
I
one
don't
that was kind
think
of
pornography
surprised
is a
about.
good thing. I can tell you that.
But do you think they have the freedom to do whatever they want?
The concrete walls through.
Freedom now, they do. Doesn't matter what. I mean, it's not a matter of thinking.
So, my question to you is there any ounce in your body that wants to go against that? Or do you
Go
just
against
accept
what?
it? Sex work, online sex work, or do you just accept it?
I want to go.
I watch a lot of travel videos, and I feel like in a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, it's like if you're it just you have an experience based on like your status basically. You know what I mean? Like just like going to India, like you can if you only see the tourist spots and you've got money to go to the nice areas, you have a much different view of India than if you're on foot, you know. It's probably true of every country, but I feel like especially there, like a lot of those countries will like lift a lot of the things that they like enforce on their own people if you're a tourist. So I feel like if you could definitely get like a really westernized view or slightly westernized view in some cases. But I don't think that always like reflects the experience of the people that live there under the rule of that government.
Go against sex work? How would I go against it? I don't know what you mean. I don't participate in sex work.
Like on 90 Day Fiancé, the people in Egypt always say that there's like literally two Egypts. There's like an Egypt for people who want to live like a more traditional way, and then there's like an Egypt for like people who want to live a more more westernized lifestyle. Because the lady was mad because she had always been on the like westernized side, and whenever she met up with the guy, she thought that he was going to want to move over there, but he lived in the traditional area and he didn't want to leave. And that was like, and he wanted her obviously to, it was a complete disaster. Oh my God, what a disaster.
No, I would never want any of my kids to.
Would you like it to be outlawed?
Nebraska, there you go.
Would I like
Sex
the
work
government
to be
outlaw all sex work?
Yes.
I don't know.
Punish.
I don't know, but I don't really think about it because it's not something that I have any power over. It's like saying, would I like to be in Australia right now? I've never thought about. I mean, I'm not.
Why
would
would
it be
Ben want
fun
to take away
at
gooning
6:45
material
to
from
be in
other
Australia
people?
or whatever time it would be?
So can I?
Like, why does it matter?
Ben,
it's
you're
not something I can do.
You're a smart guy. You know that in the human condition.
Ben, you're a smart guy.
First of all, you can create
These
anything
two.
you want, but that's not how you create. You don't just
I
say,
know.
I don't have it now, therefore I'm never gonna have it. You say, I don't have it now, so I'm gonna start plotting and planning on how to
What's
have
up, Cody
it. That's
Turbo?
the sequence of human condition. You don't become in the fetus position when you say I want to go to Australia. You say, I want to go Australia. How do I make it happen? I can't right now. How do I make it happen? That's the human condition. We don't just drop down in
Manar
the
is
fetal
such
position.
a
I don't think people can
just
do
a complete
anything.
clown
I don't
sometimes.
think I could be a horse jockey because I'm too big. I think people are. It's very limited what they
You're
can do.
right. You could do the wrong thing and it's harder. Like me, I could be streaming by myself and it's harder. And so doing the right things can accelerate you into perfection.
Do you think that when he talks about other people doing things and making things happen, that he genuinely believes his show on YouTube is like making a cultural difference?
And success that you want, so you need to be smart in those decision making. You're right, but that doesn't mean you can't achieve.
Well, especially don't talk about
That's
him
what
in
you're
like
implying,
from
that
an
you can't achieve
authoritative
anything you want
stance.
with- Like, let's say
Yeah,
if
you
you
can't do
truly
anything.
want,
Unless you're like a scholar,
Like,
but then if
you
you're
truly
really
wanna be a
that
millionaire, I
into
believe it.
you,
If you truly want
probably
to be
have
a
found a
millionaire,
way to
I
get
believe it.
there,
If you
I
want to be a
guess.
skydiving genius, I believe it. If you want to have more children, I believe it. If you want to go back into the dating market,
What if you want to be a woman? Can you do that?
no, that's not doable
Okay, so there are some things that people can't do. I mean, that's like obvious, right?
because they're not part of the human condition. This is a human condition: is to prosper and grow.
Oh, you're
anything
saying
Menard
all
disagrees
people
with
can
is
be
not part of
millionaires
the
if they
human
want to?
condition.
Yes, 100%. Because
I mean,
being
it
a
is
millionaire,
possible that they can be millionaires, but I don't think by just saying I want
because
to be a
creating
millionaire.
value is just by buying something
guarantee it.
cheap. Literally, you can create value by buying something cheap, selling it expensive, and if you do
You
that
thought the
over
last
a
episode was much
certain amount
shorter.
of
I thought
time,
it was
you become a
actually
millionaire.
longer. I was thinking that we
I
actually went
understand
over to
that people
Menar's channel.
can succeed economically, but that doesn't mean that because they want to, it's really a possibility. I don't think at age 53 I could become a professional athlete. Do you think I could?
Let me explain myself to you. I don't think
You are
I
very
think
tall,
could, yeah,
Ben.
I
You
don't
could be
think
basketball
any of these
player.
limitations that you say are
Kurt
real. I really
Rambis.
don't believe them. I think when you say my back hurts, that doesn't mean anything. I think when you say I'm sick and I'm dying, I have cancer, it literally doesn't mean anything. I think if you sit down in a cold plunge, and do that.
Look
for a
at
week,
Ben.
you sit down, I think when you say I'm sick and I'm dying, I have cancer, it literally doesn't mean anything. I think if you sit down in a cold plunge,
Oh my God,
anything,
Ben's
doesn't mean
reaction to that is
anything.
great.
I think when you say I'm sick and I'm dying, I have cancer, it literally doesn't mean anything. I think if you sit down in a cold plunge and do that for a week, I think if your body
It's almost
was
like you
aching, you have
broke
cancer,
character
the
for like a
inflammation will
split
calm
second
down. I
there.
think if you're sick and dying from some kind of colon ulcer, the inflammation will calm down and die. I think if you just like prosper, like no matter what nobody else tells you, I think if you just do the right things, you will get exactly what you want. So if somebody tells you you're gonna die and you change your diet completely, zero sugar, let's say somebody give you a stage 4 cancer. Let me give you this. I believe if you actually stop dieting with eating carbohydrates and sugars and processed stuff, you become completely natural. You do 3 cold plunges a day, and you completely shut down a big stress factor, a lot of the stress factors that you have in your life. I believe completely your life will elevate, and I believe that all this inflammation.
So Manar says that even a cancer diagnosis is meaningless because you have the power to cure yourself. Ben is, of course, an anti-medical type. So for Manar to take an even more extreme stance is kind of interesting.
Will disappear. I really believe you can do anything you want. You just have to do it
Kingpin
right.
opium, Ben.
So if you want to become a millionaire, you have to do it right. If you want to become an athlete, you have to choose the right sport. If you want to be a perfect,
Manar's one of
if you have
those
some
people
kind
who
of,
thinks that
so
hard
if you're
work is the
short,
key to success.
You know what I mean? You need to pick the right things for you that elevate, that are perfect
Can
for
you become tall if you're short?
It's not necessary.
But could you?
No, I don't advocate for changing the human posture ever.
Okay.
However,
I don't
you were born.
advocate
I don't
for
agree with
changing the human
pretty much any
posture.
of those things. I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I think you can do things that are healthy and not unhealthy, but I don't know where you get that from. Is that you're saying is that
EB3
Islamic?
says nice and
or just your thought?
civil today. Even got your button up done up. Yeah. So
Get rid of this.
so yeah.
No,
So
no,
I
we're
believe.
not, no, excuse me. We're not doing the like side stuff.
EB, you're funny. Listen.
Try to put them back on. You're not. Are you going to talk to your chat whenever you feel like it while we're talking?
Listen. So the reason I believe what I believe is I believe, for example.
Are you going to talk to your chat whenever you feel like it? While
Fear of
I'm
showers.
I'm gonna
talking
say
to
hi
you?
to them. I'm gonna say hi to my chat every once in a while.
Okay, but I have a problem with that
Why?
because we're running a show. I think it's like that's rude. If you want to do that, just let me know. We'll dip you down. You can talk to your chat all you want, and you can do that your entire show from 7:30 on. But I think it's totally unprofessional to mute and talk to chat while I'm talking to you.
Ablutophobia.
And the last time you
Sounds like
fucking did this, you started
copophobia.
talking about my daughter sexually, right? So we're not doing that.
See?
All right,
You don't want him
all
talking
right.
about Grace sexually.
All right, I appreciate that. So you were saying that you. I don't know where. I mean, I don't know where to go from here. Like, I don't know what that. Are you saying that's Muslim or your belief or what?
Yeah, so you can worship. If you're skateboarding, you can worship.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to interrupt, but it is time for a brief 10-minute commercial
All right,
break.
take a little break.
We'll be right back.
I'm sorry for yelling at you. We'll come back and nice
Right, I love
See,
to talk
Ben
to
is
you guys, man.
why does he
Yes, we'll
de-escalate
be
with
right back.
Manar,
We'll be
but
right back.
not
You can
anybody
talk during
else?
the commercial break if you want.
No, don't
How's
say
everybody
sorry,
doing?
man. Don't worry about it.
Let's get some W's in the chat for the show so far.
Oh my
Boring
God,
show.
guys, can we get some W's in the
Isn't the
chat?
show boring? It's just Ben disagreeing out of ignorance. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Boring
about
show.
45 in. Put Manar in the ring with Luke West.
Nice to see you today, EB3. Are you doing a show today?
Ben is just trying to keep it going, trying to keep Manar from crashing out. Yeah, but it's like he doesn't. I agree. That's for sure what he's doing. He's trying to keep the peace. But I'm saying like that in and of itself is such a unique act from Ben. Like normally, if you just do
Everything
anything that
involving
kind
Ben
of
is boring and ends in the same 3 loops.
gets
Having
him
a little
going,
bit-
like he doesn't
You're
calm
just
down
chilling.
very
You're not in a
often.
stream today? Bro, Ben is so boring, bro.
Ten-minute commercial break with no commercials.
I screwed my car today. Like, I wanted to wipe something, so I grabbed a piece of paper and I started to like wipe it, and it turns out to like freaking sand my paint. I'm so pissed off.
Is she
bro.
is Courtney unsafe? Is that what I'm being
I'm
led
so
to believe,
mad.
Junk?
Like sanded my paint off today. I'm so mad. I'm so mad, bro.
When Grace bicycles over to see Courtney, is she gonna play Ride of the Valkyries like she did when she was in the RV looking for Ruby?
Good show with Ben. I think it's boring.
Great show with
I think there's
Ben.
nothing to elevate anything.
Oh yeah, I saw they were shutting down the music channels. I don't know, Junk. For some reason it's doing it in my chat. I looked it up and I don't know how to. I didn't change anything.
We need bearded Manar. What's the topic?
He
I
was
wanted to
bearded
talk about
Manar, but he
Bonnie,
shaved
but the
mid
guy's
King's arc.
fucking weird, bro. The guy's weird. Like, you can't work with him. It's so boring. The actual stream is boring.
Like, they're watching this. Grace is monitoring what Manar is doing.
I don't know the topic. He just wants to be like anti-me. That's the topic. Anything anti-me is his topic. He's like, any position you want to uphold.
How
like,
come
I
it?
want to go against
Is it just being? Is it like staggered rollout or something?
How can they do that? How can they just leave for a commercial break? Like that's how like what do I want to say?
Will the Courtney stream be on YouTube? I don't know. Who knows? And I just want to point. Oh, look, guys. By the way, Manar, besides picking his nose, he finds the show to be boring, yet he is the one who is making it boring. Like, he talked all that time, and absolutely none of it had any value whatsoever.
You debate better with a beard.
Are we ready to go?
This is gonna be annoying. Yo,
Yes.
Okay. Manar, are you ready? Okay.
Oh,
Do we want to continue this? We can feel it out how we do it. Do you want to continue with the review, or do you have a point you wanted to make?
yeah, let's continue watching. I want to watch it.
Okay, sure. That sounds
I
good.
just wanted to know what do you think
ahead.
if your daughter
Just a
did that.
reminder, Manar has no problem with 1,000 guys if they're wearing a condom. That's fine. He just considers that to be like a dildo.
That was my
What
point.
I think.
In reference to his own
actually,
show, exactly.
They asked Andrew Tate the same question. She wouldn't. So. And not because she wouldn't. So I don't think either of my daughters would ever do that.
Paranormal
So
drama
I think
llama.
of Bonnie Blue doing that, I think that's.
Do you think that... I know that people talked to Manar to try to sour him on the Thorp collab. I wonder if that was how much of a factor that was, because it does seem like he believes that like dunking on Ben is what's going to get him make him a star, but of course that didn't happen. Everybody left once his arc ended.
Morally wrong.
What about
I think almost anyone would agree with that.
what about your daughter's daughter?
What?
If I had grandkids and they did it, what would
Because
I
of the
do?
influence of the liberal culture on them. What would you do?
Liberal
Would you
culture.
regret that you actually said that? Man, this is what it is, and I don't really need to change anything, and I just let my girl do whatever the hell she wants.
Why does he
and this
want to
is what
know
the
about Ben's
culture is, so I
grandchildren?
can't really do anything.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You say culture, you mean Western culture?
Yeah, the Western influences.
As opposed to which culture?
Didn't get that Titus money
Or
exactly.
traditional culture of being Christian, conservative Christian.
Okay,
That's a
could
culture.
name
You know,
which culture?
Christian is being a Christian is a culture, right? It gives you how to.
Many different cultures.
Manar-
what
is
to
just not a
worship,
sympathetic
what to eat,
person.
How to eat. It tells you,
You know?
tells you do not eat
No,
from the
no,
Ruby,
portion.
whether,
Christianity-
you know, everybody finds her sympathetic or not, there certainly are people who, when she is being victimized by the Thorps, do feel sympathy for her, and I think that manifests through, like, increased engagement.
Does not tell you how to eat or how to wipe your
That's
ass.
why in the Bible it says, "Do not eat from the pork because it does not cut the hoof and it does not eat the
That's
cud."
not Christianity.
He doesn't
Oh,
know how to
that's
carry
not
a
Christianity.
neutral
It's
conversation.
Judaism, right?
Oh, I fail to see the distinction. It's the same Bible.
It is not the same Bible.
Just
I
the
think you're right.
different
I
part
think
of it.
mentally I'm coping and I'm thinking that Manar's trying to sandbag, but he probably isn't. He probably is just really trying to. He's just doing. Look how ridiculous this guy looks. He's really trying to just do his usual thing, but to me, it's like he's so sandbagging Ben just constantly.
Jews do not recognize the entire New Testament. You know that.
because it's a concoction, is what they believe. You guys concocted it.
It's
That's not
okay
what
to
they
stir it. You
What they-
just
well,
you can't kick it.
how come the Christians?
But I'm happy to tell you, but you tell me you know everything about everything. You don't.
Bro, you don't know what Christianity is then. You don't.
Okay, you don't.
The Christians.
But I'm happy to tell you, but you tell me you know everything about everything. You don't.
Woo.
Bro, you don't know what Christianity is then. You don't.
Okay, you do though, right?
Manar has awoken a sleeping dragon.
Okay, you know everything about Christianity, so it's my job
I
to
don't know
tell
what
you that
denomination
you're, right,
you're talking about.
Or are you interested in that maybe you're wrong? Can you be wrong about anything?
I don't know what denomination you're talking about. I know in Christianity they won't allow you to live in a country and not do anything and think it's moral to just live every day as
Wait a minute,
as
they were
long as
allowed-
you're quiet. You know, I don't think a Christian preacher will say, yeah, as long as you stay quiet and you don't bother anyone, and you turn the other cheek, you know, and and don't bother anyone, you can live in that society, even though it's crumbling all around you. You see prostitution in the streets, you see clubs popping every night.
Clubs
You
are
see,
popping every
your
night.
billboards have naked women on
Modern-
them. You
modern
just be
Rome.
quiet, though. Don't actually interrupt any of this. You have no, because you have no power of yourself. Just be quiet and garner blessings by yourself. You think that's actually not sinful living?
Okay, I don't know. I don't really understand grammatically what you're asking. Do I not
Why-
believe
what
that a
is it
preacher
about
would
Manar
say
that Ben
and
is
I
so
don't
patient
agree?
with him?
Can you just put that in simpler terms?
He would
Do
have
I think a
sledgehammered
preacher
anybody
would
else by this
say
point.
to not change the society politically? I think some would. Yeah, some wouldn't.
No, I think as a Christian, you would want your society.
Do you think Ben has answers to these questions, or do you think he would just say like, "I really wanted the show to be. I thought the show could be good, and you know, I got frustrated with Manar, and I, you know, whatever."
So you would advocate for those values to happen around you in your society.
I'm probably
Okay,
putting a
all
lot
right, so
more
maybe
thought
this is the
in
difference.
into the mechanics
Christianity
of Kings than Ben
is
did.
not a religion which believes in taking over society and running it. That may be a difference with Islam.
So Judaism does that. It's a system of governance. Islam does that.
Culture split.
How come
Judaism?
Christianity doesn't do that? Yeah, it's a system of
Judaism is
governance.
not a system of governance. No, it is not. Currently, it is not. They don't govern anywhere.
They look for their book for their inheritance. They look for their book for how much they. You're talking about Israel. Israel is not a Jewish state; it's a Zionistic state.
I agree. I agree.
You're looking.
Jews haven't had political control over anything in at least 2,000 years. So, if Judaism is a rule book on how to run a government, then it's a crazy religion. 'cause for
Manar
2000
is blood sport he's like blood sport coded. He likes to watch the big, loud, charismatic streamers, and he thinks that's how he comes off. And I mean, obviously, we know Ben is good at blood sports, but I think that Ben also really likes just having conversations. And I think it might be, somebody said earlier that Ben's disappointment might have just been that he thought that Manar could have been somebody that he could have just talked with. And I think that's, I kind of feel like that's true.
1,000 years they haven't run a government, including the state of Israel. It's not Jewish, other than
Been looking
ethnically,
at the
which is-
clock.
Okay, so
Well,
I'm
keep
not
in
sure.
mind at this point,
You
there's
think that
still like
Christianity
over
is a
2
rule
hours of
book on how to
planned
rule
content, but it doesn't go
society
that way.
as a government laws?
Yes.
No, it isn't.
What is it then?
Well, okay. Do you know that the Jews largely look to their Messiah to fight the Romans and vanquish the Romans to then become the king? And Jesus didn't do that. You must acknowledge that. Christians said to obey the authorities, not
Yeah.
just the Christian authorities, but the Roman authorities.
Yeah.
You
but-
have to say that Jesus did not try to take over the Roman Empire.
Oh,
right?
for sure, Randy.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that in his second coming, he's not going to be the king that was actually professed to be the person to take over that. So
Well,
it's possible in his
he'll
second
be much
coming.
more than any king. Sure, of course, in the second coming.
In
Yes,
the second
but
coming
in
is
his,
possible.
but that's not, according to Christians, that hasn't occurred yet.
Yeah, it hasn't occurred yet.
Okay, so we're not told by our Lord to take over the government. That's not really what Christianity is about.
You don't know what you're talking about. Christianity and Judaism is a system of governance. That's why when you're talking about
That's not really what Christianity is about.
you don't know what you're talking about. Christianity and Judaism is a system of governance. That's why when let me
You're out of
finish,
your
let me finish,
mind.
please. When Mary came into the village, they told her, Mary, what are you doing? This is
That's never a good sign if you're having a serious conversation and Ben starts laughing.
not how your mother was. How could you do this? Your mother wasn't like this, a whore. She wasn't a whore.
So as we head into the final stretch here, I just want to point this out again that I think people will ultimately only remember Kings, if they even remember it, for what happens in the absolute last few minutes. But I think those few minutes, are very memorable, but definitely going back and watching it, I just feel like this is, such a different Ben, and I just wish I knew, I don't know. I feel like his trust in the King's concept is so misplaced, and it's like if he would have had this kind of patience with a better, more suitable creator, but we may never see that again.
This is they were shaming her because they thought that she actually went and had a baby out of wedlock. You understand? This is a system of
making up
governance.
that
They were
story.
actually,
You're
this is how they
making up that
influenced their
story.
people. They shamed them because they were against the biblical teachings.
But when you say Mary went into her town and they said your mother wasn't a whore, what are you talking about? There's no record of anything like
How
that.
do they know it's bad for her to be out of wedlock? If they would lived in a liberal society, this would be cool. You know, she had a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship. This is not bad.
I agree.
Yeah, especially
been
about
pregnant-
Christianity.
Well, she would have been. Right, they were.
Manar
I
lives in a
understand that they
bunker.
assumed that
Whatever
she
you think about
had
Ben,
gotten pregnant
he did
out
used to
of
teach.
wedlock, right? And that's a shameful thing. I agree. And
Why
I
is it
understand why
shameful?
society's-
Because they relied on their book and scriptures to tell them what is right from wrong. That is what legal systems are.
legal systems.
Yes. Yes.
we have legal
That's
systems
why I
in
claim
America.
that the atheist moral compass is their legal
Oh,
system.
man,
They don't have
junk.
anything else
I
to
wasn't
rely
even
on.
thinking
Whatever
that
the legal
big, but you're-
framework allows
I
them to
mean,
do is
yeah.
what they're gonna do.
Is
Like if
Islam
he wants
a
to
series of
R-word kids,
laws?
but the
Is
legal
Islam a
system
series
doesn't
of
allow it.
laws? Is Islam a series of laws?
Yes, it's it's a
It's a
governance
legal
system.
code, like
It's a governance
US
system.
code?
How much inheritance you get, how much taxes to pay, what to do in this situation. Yeah, a lot of it is a code of governance.
Well, there are laws in the Old Testament, and I know there are Islamic laws, but I don't think Islam is Sharia law. If you just say Islam is Sharia law. That's it. I don't think that's true.
So Sharia law is what do we mean? Sharia means the governance of the people of the Sharia.
Right, but there's
So-
more to Islam than just
And the
that.
Sharia is the jurisprudence of the time of the Prophet Muhammad. That's the Sharia. So
Right.
if you rule in that way, and you take all your rulings from the book, and you answer to all your judging rulings from the scripture, then you're following. So any legal requirement, like why is
I agree. Ben
adultery
has great
stoned? Because it's in the scripture.
chemistry with the Furby.
Okay, so I don't
The
understand.
Furby
So
is gold. Just has to be kind of like
you live in America, right?
put in the right situations to flourish.
Oh, that's-
You live in America. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Remember
you
when
be
the
a
Furby
Muslim in
debated
America?
someone named the Cis Furby?
Sure.
Okay, but the American legal system is not based on Sharia law, nor do we have other than in a
They
few
should combine
places, a
kings
Muslim
and
culture
queens
here.
for Ben and the
Okay.
Furby and
So
call
how
it
can
royalty.
you be a Muslim if Islam is only a system of laws and how to run things? You're just going to say we have to all be
Yeah, all of
Muslims.
his kids are with
Yeah, so
Courtney.
I would have to try to build my own community myself. Yeah, I would have to homeschool my kids. I would have to be self-sufficient with my own businesses. Yeah, I would do something like the Amish community. The Amish kind of realize they have no actual place to go. Like what I would do is I would go back to my country because that's where I would. But if you have no place to go, let's say you're American, this is what you do, this is your life, this is where you were born. What you would do is you would create a community that's extremely conservative.
Yeah, but like if he, and I'm not saying that this is a reason to not do it, but like content wise, if he were to go on like a mood stabilizer or something, then that's kind of sabotaging the content too, just in a different way.
structure, and that's governed by shame and embarrassment and laws like that.
Your country is Syria, right?
Yes,
Okay, so
secular
in
country.
Syria,
Did I really counter program Ben again debating the Furby?
yeah, so it's a secular
terrible.
society. So I don't really understand.
Secular rule of government. It has
So
a
when you have the
Congress
same
like you like.
problem in Syria, it's not really
Yeah,
Muslim.
there's no. But we're allowed
Okay.
to live in there as long as we don't break the Islamic.
Yeah, I think he was
actual
married,
Jurisprudence that
I think.
of our Sharia. So look, the legal system
Well,
can do whatever. You
I
just
don't
you
know.
need to understand. Sharia never ever contradicts the legal system.
Likes
Sharia
to say
doesn't
that they
go,
weren't married.
Go and
He wants an normal.
sacrifice babies for God. Sharia doesn't say go and steal people's money when you're hungry. Sharia doesn't say go and do. It never ever Sharia can actually allow you to make a crime. So it never contradicts the legal system. So most legal systems we're allowed to live in, and we're conservative, so we actually are upholding stronger. But what happens is the legal system starts to
Well, and the sad part is
deteriorate
Dave's
us.
channel.
We have
Ben has never had a
billboards
positive sexual
of people in
experience.
pictures. We're not allowed to see these billboards. We're not allowed to look. We would actually try to pay to change the advertisement on that. That's what I would advocate for. But if I was like you, I would advocate for nothing. I would just say, hey, you know what? Fuck it. This is the system. Fuck it. Let my daughter look at the billboards up in there. Let me put them in the public system, and they have
Can you
boyfriends
imagine
and
Spicoli
girlfriends.
calling into
Let me just
CNN
fuck it.
to
Who
try
gives a
to
fuck, man? I
talk to
gotta go to
Ben
work.
on the air?
If people are like you, that's what I would say. No, I would argue no. What you do is you go and you
I
find a
have to
place that
pay
allows you to
change
marry for.
billboards. I have to pay to change billboards.
What's your use? What's your use to society? You just live in there and you hope to God that you die in peace. Like, what is your use?
Oh my
what's your-
God.
I have to pay to change billboards.
What's your use? What's your use to society? You just live in there and you hope to God that you die in peace. Like, what is your use in society?
Can I ask you a question?
No, I want
I
to know
would
what
say
is
that-
the use of you into society? What is your value to society? What is it? That you are a good boy?
What is my value?
That you
to
don't
society?
break the law of the rules of the society? Is that your value to society? That you never broke its rules?
I've been in prison.
John is pretty
That's what-
outlandish.
So what is your value to society?
Well, I didn't break it.
Why do
The
you give a
other,
fuck about
the other
society? Why
brother,
don't you
I
wanna
think is the
change
only
it?
other one I've ever seen on stream.
Why do you care so
I-
much?
Some people have a calling to be involved in politics, which is, I think, changing society. I don't think everyone's called to that.
No, I don't think so. I think, you know how you change society? You make everyone a Muslim. Yeah, exactly like Andrew Tate did. You
how about
shame them. You
Syria?
remind
Everyone's
them that,
Muslim
look,
there.
yeah,
How's it going?
look what he did. You shame them and remind them that, look, hey, look, Bonnie Blue right there. She has 1,000. That's great. This is what the feminist looks like. This is what feminism looks like. Have fun with
Okay,
your
but
feminism. If you don't want that for your daughters, come to me. I am Islam. I will never allow my daughter to have
a
anything
slime?
close to that.
You're a
I
slime?
will, huh?
Andrew Tate did not shame her. He was actually saying,
Yeah, because
okay.
he was celebrating the feminist in her. He was
Yeah,
saying,
he
look,
was saying
this is
what
feminism,
Western,
guys.
Yeah.
You liberals enjoy this. Have fun. This is your liberal dream. This is what you aspired for. If
Right.
you aspire for a good wife, a lot of children, 4 or 5, he even did it, 4 or 5 wives. I'm here in Romania living my
He is
best life.
he's a pig
I don't
worshipper.
give a fuck about what you guys want. You do
Cow
whatever
eater.
you want. You enjoy yourself.
Shit
But
smear.
if you like a woman to listen to you and to uphold your provisional values, and you want respect from other women, you have this
to
opportunity
me,
here.
I'm
I love what
Islam.
he did there. He said, look,
Great
this is
history
Bonnie Blue.
of
This is what your daughters are going to look
treating
like.
women
Have fun
well.
with their mini skirts, and I'm going to be here with fucking my 4 wives. Amazing. That's amazing. That's exactly what I want. This is how you win the culture. This is how you destroy America.
Romania is not an Islamic.
That's exactly
Now
how
wait a minute. Manar is living in the United States, and he's explicitly saying in a live stream that he wants to destroy America.
destroy
Islamic.
America. Amazing. That's amazing. That's exactly what I want. This is how you win the
Romania
culture. This is how you
not an
destroy
Islamic-
America.
Romania is
Whoa,
not an
Manar!
Islamic-
That's exactly-
Wow.
I'm sorry, you're an adult. Why don't you go to Syria or somewhere like that?
Did my mic change?
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened. Let me refresh.
I think he is legally married, though, right? It does make. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like him actually saying it. It's right toward the end. I mean, probably we got like 20 minutes left in the video. I would say it's at least like 10 minutes in, but I don't know 100% for sure. But I think things go really quick, and then Manar does a weird outro, and then that's it.
All right, he's back.
Okay. You got it fixed?
I got it, right? Work?
Okay.
Commercial break.
You hate America.
I hit
And-
secularists.
Okay, America is secular.
This guy's sitting in Nebraska in a concrete bunker talking about he hates America. He wants to destroy America.
Yeah.
According to you. So why don't you move to a country that is more Islamic?
So, if I have the
Clearly.
means, I would, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
It's just my mother's here. Syria's in a war zone. I can't go back to Syria to my, in a safe manner. Until now, to be honest with you, I haven't been able to.
I need the safety
if I
of
wanted to go back to
America
Syria, I
and
had
its
to pay
wicked
$10,000
ways.
because I ran away from the army because the army was obligatory and I was living in Dubai at
I
that
didn't
time,
know
and
that.
then the war started, and I never was able to create a book of army for myself. So I was basically a
don't know,
fugitive
Chunk.
for them. So I
Yeah.
would have went back to prison.
Dave's channel has
unless I
drama
had
with a lot of people
$10,000.
in the chat.
And so I just had
He
the
gets
opportunity
into
to come
off
back
and
now
on
that the
feuds with
government's
people.
been toppled. But yeah, I would love to go back. I think I would go back and make a robotics academy. I would make an English academy. I would make a computer teaching and science academy. I would make machine shops because I'm a machinist and
Draft
manufacturing
dodger.
and an engineer.
This is also how you know that the Thorps have disengaged, is because Grace starts throwing up like the greatest hits of people shitting on Manar in chat.
And so I would do machine academy. Would love. And so I just had the opportunity to come back now that the government has been toppled. But yeah, I would love to go back. I think I would go back and make a robotics academy. I would make an English
Now that the government is toppled, I can return home.
academy. I would make a
Laughing my ass off. Coward Nar.
computer teaching and science academy.
Coward, he didn't fight for
I would
Assad.
make machine shops because I'm
Yes, Draft Dodger.
a machinist and manufacturing.
Coward from North.
an engineer, and so I would do a lot of things. I would open CNC machine shops. I would do a lot in America and in Syria. If
Do you think he would do any of this stuff? Give me a break.
I had the opportunity.
Well, how would you do that? You don't have money to do any of those things, right?
No, but in Syria,
How dare you, Ben, ask him to provide any evidence that he would do the things that he said he would do?
I have land.
How
I have
westernized.
properties. My grandfather has a couple of shops. I could maybe
Syrian
borrow one of
Robotic
them.
Academy.
I have means.
Okay. I've known a lot of immigrants who say back in the old country, I was one of the great kings. But like the problem with that is, why are you here if everything's going great in Syria?
I have a lot of.
Ben's like, I hear a lot of people talking about the old country and how they were a big deal back there. Well, why don't you go back there?
lot of property in Syria. Now, property is valueless. It's just you live off of it unless you sell it.
How did you
South
get
to
to
west
America?
even getting in on it.
Why did you
living
come
in
to
Dubai.
America? Why did you come to America?
Because at that time, my mom was American. She's from New York.
Oh, okay.
And her sister was already here, and her sister helped her come here.
So you're only half Arab. Or maybe she's Arab American?
She's an Arab
You wouldn't have
American.
wanted to be in Ben's
Oh, okay.
class? Why not?
Okay, so, but you were born and raised in America? No.
He only loves children in the
Okay.
Greek sense.
Anyway, it's confusing. I'm not sure what you're saying. You're saying that a man is a waste of time if he doesn't change billboards and spend a lot of time and energy making a country Muslim?
Clearly, that's a straw man. What I'm trying to imply and
Okay.
advocate.
Clearly.
Give me the
this is a-
steel man version of it.
What I'm advocating and implying is that you, as a conservative man,
I'm not a conservative man.
if you
I don't
tout
even
to
know
be
if I'm
He's
a
a
person of
non-PC
religion,
I'm
liberal.
sure I was a man.
if you
Yeah.
tout to be a person of religion, you need to be a representation of that. And wherever you see falsehood, you're supposed to bring light.
Do you think Ben
And
really
that's
doesn't
what
see
I do.
himself as a conservative?
My name is the bringer of light, and I'm bringing you light to you that these are
That's
some
Luc- that's
like
Lucifer.
changing
That's what Lucifer
these
means.
disgusting billboards with naked girls on them in
There
your
are no billboards with
community.
naked
That can
girls.
help by creating your own business and advertising your own business over that, and you become your own successful man.
Listen,
and
Ben,
do
you just
that.
don't know
I'm
anything
advocating
There
about
are
the
no
for
Syrian
billboards with
robotics
naked girls
industry.
on them.
that
There are
you
no
can
billboards
affect
with
change
naked
upon your
girls.
society. No, because
You're
if
not
anybody
gonna
listens to
listen.
you, they would believe that they have no power. They believe like you, a fat slobby guy. It's over for me. It's too late for me, guys. I live in this society. I can't even buy a billboard, guys. Fuck it. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? All I said was, hey, go fucking buy the billboard where that naked.
Remember, we are watching this as a larger discussion of the King's Ark and specifically Ben's relationship with Manar.
Woman is up
There
there.
are no naked women
And you're
on
acting like
billboards
this is
in the United
impossible to
States
do.
of America. There are no billboards of naked women in the United States of
What about the
America.
bikini girls where
Okay,
kids
a
get to
bikini
watch
is
them
not
on the
someone
Mercedes
naked.
and on the
Okay.
BMW?
Okay, fine. So there's a billboard that has someone in a bikini on it. What about it?
That's disgusting. That's against the Catholic religion for you to see that every single day. That's against lowering your gaze. So you would
How do
it would
you
be
know what
blessing
Oh.
for you, and God would.
Also, because I'm just gonna let it play through the end, and it's probably not something we want to rewind, but take notice that what's gonna happen is Manar, I think, is gonna bring something up on his screen, his own channel or something briefly, and then he'll go back to Ben. When he goes back to Ben is when the things really start to go off. And there's a certain point where if you watched it on Thorp TV, it ended. And you can see that. It'll pop up on the screen, and you'll see it on Manar's screen. It'll say stream ended. But then Ben continues on. So if you've never seen this from Manar's perspective, there's actually more of Ben's reaction to him. So just kind of be mindful of that if you want to be nerdy about it like me.
Would repay you millions of
How do
dollars
you know what
if you
the
just
Catholic-
spend a little money to get rid of that billboard. You don't even
How-
have the power to do
how
anything.
do-
I was giving you examples on what you could do. You want to harp on the billboard. That's
How
one
do
example. I have a
you
million
know?
examples to give you, by the way. And you know how much a billboard costs? Like $750 a fucking day. Shut the fuck up, stupid fuck.
How do you know what the Catholic Church teaches about bikinis on billboards?
Doesn't
Even
teach
I
lowering
don't
your
know that.
gaze and be
Man, we're getting right
modest,
up
and
on it.
doesn't, What does the Catholic
Modest,
Church
yes.
actually teach? Just
Modesty,
become an American?
modesty, yeah.
Is that what the Catholic
Modesty.
Church
I had to check to see if I was getting
teaches?
goosebumps.
Become an American? The fuck is wrong with you? How come the Catholic
Catholic-
Church?
Like, you know, watching it live, it was like, it was one of those matches where like Stone Cold hits the stunner and then The Rock hits the rock bottom, and you're like, what? It's like, you know, any second now this is gonna be over, but it's like there's that like magical moment of like, how's it gonna end? Like, what's gonna be the leg drop that puts Kings out?
Church does not
aligned so
encourage
well with
anyone to
American
become an
culture.
American.
Buy
Catholic
more
Church does not
billboards.
Wonder
encourage
it's the
anyone to
fastest
become
dying
an
religion.
American.
Hey, fucking
You
low
have
key.
0%. Might as well be American. There's no difference between American and Catholicism. Secularist American or being a Catholic, they're the same values. Might as well be American. No
Manar,
wonder secularism
Manar,
is one of the fastest
Manar,
religions, and Catholicism is the
Newsflash,
fastest dying
you're
one.
an American. Here's a newsflash. You're an American.
So what? That doesn't mean I can
Okay,
see a
newsflash.
falsehood
Might
and
as
I
well be
advocate
an
against
American.
it.
You are an American.
So when I see falsehood and I advocate against it, you're going to equivocate me with you. You said I have no power of change anything. I have nothing to be able to do anything. I'm saying
did
I
not
can.
say
You
that.
can't
I
afford a
can
billboard,
say, how
Manar.
can I
You
enact
can't, dude.
change when I see that falsehood. You can't equivocate me and you. We're not the same. You can't say I'm
You don't
American.
know-
What does he think people are gonna see? They're gonna be like, hey, what happened to that bikini girl? Whoever took that down is an asshole. That's all the people are gonna say.
You're
The
American,
word
we're the
equivocate
same.
means.
I'm
You know what
an American that can change his culture and his society. You're a failed person that's being taken advantage of, and your daughters are being prostituted with.
Uh-oh.
So there's difference between us.
Don't bring up Grace's
I'm
sexuality,
daughters will
Manar.
never be
I can
prostituted.
see we can't do this. I can see we can't do this. Let's just go right into it. You on my channel
Let's just get right into it.
said lewd stuff about my daughter.
Here we go.
She looks like a whore.
How is that not dishonoring your wife? You're saying your wife is
Presented
a whore.
for
Is your wife a
educational
whore?
purposes
No, I'm
Because
and
saying
you
your daughter
analysis.
is a whore.
Only a woman who's a whore
So your
would
daughter
allow
looks
her
like a whore.
husband to talk that way.
Your daughter
Put
looks
your
like a
wife
whore
on.
and she
Put
looks
your wife
fuckable.
on. Put your wife on. I want to
Your
talk to
daughter
her
looked like a
because
whore
I'm
and
going
she
to.
looked
I'm going to
fuckable.
talk to your wife. She and her father.
Man, my heart's
Your daughter
were
looks
dishonored by
fuckable.
you. Were dishonored by you by doing what you did, weren't they?
Your daughter
weren't
looks
they?
fuckable.
Weren't they? Weren't they?
Who?
You're saying your
Who
wife is a
dishonored?
whore. Do you agree?
I told that girl the feelings of
Do you
others don't
agree
matter
that
to
your
me.
wife is a whore? Do you agree? You need to apologize
why
to
would
your
you say
wife
that?
right
Why
now.
would you say that? Where's your evidence?
Otherwise, she's
I
a
have
whore.
evidence. Your daughter's naked.
Because you
She's
came
showing
onto
her
this
thighs.
show in the public. You said publicly you
Where's
made
your evidence?
lurid remarks about having sex with another woman while being married. That is
I said
dishonoring your wife,
your daughter's
and it is
fuckable.
implying
I'd
your
fuck
wife
her,
is a
'cause
whore
she's fuckable.
with
She
no
looks like a whore. She
self-respect.
looks easy.
Is your wife a whore with no self-respect?
I said your daughter is the whore. Why you change the subject? I said
You
what I said.
implied that
How are
your
you
wife is a
equivocating
whore.
this? How are
You
you
implied that
equivocating
your
this?
wife is a
What does my
whore.
wife have to do with
You
your daughter
implied
being
that your
naked
wife
with a
is a
short
whore.
skirt and she looks like a whore and then she's dancing like a whore?
You implied that your wife is a whore.
What do you mean? How are you equivocating this? Your daughter looked like a whore. She looked easy and fuckable, so I said she
A
looked
whore
fuckable and I'd
doesn't-
fuck her. And
Okay, so
how are you
said you would
equivocating
fuck
that to my
daughter.
wife
Okay,
being a whore? What
so
the fuck
you
is wrong
said
with
my
you?
daughter looked fuckable and you would fuck her. That is disrespectful
Oh my
to
God.
your wife and her
Do you know what
father and
disrespect
her
is? It's
family.
disrespectful to put your daughter on a camera with that mini skirt on.
Is your wife a whore?
I can't believe this lasts
'Cause
that
if
long.
not, you should apologize to her.
What's the equivalency
publicly.
here? I don't understand.
You
How
need
did
to
you figure it
publicly
out?
apologize to your
You have
wife.
like zero IQ.
You
Like the runway just never ends, and you keep thinking like it reminds me of like the old story Jim Cornette tells about Ox Baker where he's beating the guy down and the crowd keeps getting closer and closer to the ring and he's like, no, let me get a little bit more heat. Like I can't believe Ben held on this long.
publicly
Yeah,
called
literally
her
zero
a
logic.
whore. You can call my daughter whatever you want.
Cause she
You
looked
are-
like a whore. She's
you
got
are
her
married
cleavage
to-
out. She's like she
It's
measures
fine.
the
I don't
zipper.
care. I don't care.
My
Okay,
wife
daughter's
doesn't
a
measure
whore.
the zipper.
You
My-
called your wife
My
a
wife
whore.
doesn't measure the zipper. My wife does not measure the zipper.
You muted yourself.
No, somebody keeps muting me. My wife doesn't measure the zipper like your daughter is measuring. And when I tell your daughter go change
Measure
the
the
skirt, she
zipper?
gets
What are
angry
you
at me.
talking about?
Your daughter measures how much of a zipper she has to leave so her
No,
cleavage
she
can be
doesn't
open. I've
measure
seen
a
it.
zipper.
I've
No,
seen it.
no, she doesn't measure
I've
a
seen
zipper.
it. I just said your daughter looks like a whore. She looks fuckable. She looks easy. I'd fuck her. Well, why are you
Right, okay,
communicating my
I'd
wife
fuck
into
her.
this? What
Okay,
does this have to do
you
with
as a
anything?
married man saying to a woman, I'd fuck you.
Yeah, because I'm
is
looking...
disrespectful to your
Because I'm looking for a
wife.
second wife. I'm looking for a second wife.
No, that's
Is
not
that
how it
disrespectful
works.
with my second wife?
That is not how it works. If you're married to one
that's
woman,
not how it works?
and
Tell me
plus,
how it works.
You're not looking for a second wife. Are you going
How
to get a
does it work?
second wife in America? Ding dong. Bigamy is illegal in
Ding
America.
dong.
You think I have
Muslims
makeup on?
cannot
You
get a
think I
second
have
wife in this
eyelashes
country.
on?
You cannot get a second wife in this country. You cannot.
Yes, you can, actually.
And
In Utah,
Muslims
you're
are
allowed four.
forbidden. Muslims are forbidden from sex outside
are
of marriage.
certain
So
areas.
you, as a Muslim, cannot get a
I
second
can
wife
marry
in the United
four
States
in
of America.
Yes. This
You're a
legal.
liar.
Yes,
you're
there
a
is
liar.
some
So you're
states
left
that allow
with
it.
the fact that you publicly called your wife a whore. Now, publicly apologize to your wife for doing that.
I'm still
I don't
not
think your
understanding
wife is
this.
necessary.
This was absolutely, to me, probably the most like thing that I've ever seen on YouTube Live that like really made me like, I was like, wow, I was like shell shocked.
Necessarily a whore,
How
but
me
you're
calling
making the
Grace a
argument
whore
that your
because she
wife
looked like
is
a
a
whore, and she was dressing in a mini skirt and with a cleavage on. How
skirt.
is me calling and had a ton of makeup on? My wife doesn't put on makeup. My wife doesn't wear mini skirts. My wife doesn't show her cleavage. What the fuck are you talking about? There's nothing equivalent
I didn't
here.
say she's a. I didn't say
There's no
your wife is a
equivalency
whore
here.
because
You
of
can't
that. I said
equivocate this.
you implied that your wife is a whore because you publicly made sexual overtures to a woman
This
who
guy
is
had
not
zero
your
IQ.
wife.
This guy
And
had
that is
zero logic. This is not how you
disrespectful.
debate.
That is disrespectful to
You are
your
a
wife to the
zero
point that
debater.
only a
True,
whore
JF.
would
You
tolerate
are a
that.
debate for a
Only
living,
a
right?
whore would tolerate that. That's obviously true. And don't go telling me about your culture. That would be
Oh, sister
disrespectful
wives.
in calling your wife a whore in any culture.
No,
You're
no,
telling me in
no, no.
Syria
My
you
wife
could
has
be
nothing to
married
do with it.
and just publicly on TV
Hey
go
guys,
and
what's
say,
up, guys?
hey, I want to fuck
Nice
you?
to see you, EB3. Thank you so much,
Wrong.
EB3.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Thank you, EB3, for hanging out, man. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, sorry, I was talking to the chat. What's up, bro?
You're being a
Go fuck
okay,
yourself,
whatever.
man. Nobody gives a fuck what you have to say. I was being nice to you, bro.
No, you weren't.
You're just
You
low
suck
IQ.
So
You're low IQ
fucking
slob.
much. Get the fuck out of this
You're a
country.
low
I
IQ
hate-
slob. Shut
if
the
you're
fuck
a-
up. You're a
if
low IQ
Muslim,
slob. You don't know
I
how to
call for
debate.
the new
You don't know how to
fucking
debate.
Crusade.
You're equivocating.
Let's wipe them all off the fucking earth. If you
EB3, I
represent
shit on him,
Islam,
huh? I fucking shit on
declare
him,
A
EB3.
crusade, a genocide
I
against
shit on
all of
him.
you.
Let me talk to my chat. What's up,
Craziest
Muslim
shit
who
ever.
acts like-
IMO.
What's up, guys? Nice to see you, EB3. EB3 says, what is pilgrimage? What is Christian pilgrimage?
Are you going to apologize for implying
I look
that your
like
wife
a
is
man.
a fucking
Look at me and look at him,
dirty
guys.
whore? Are
at
you
the
going
difference.
to?
I look like
Are
a
you going? Did she leave you?
monster.
Wait, he
I will
doesn't have
never
his ring on. He
apologize
doesn't have his ring
because
on.
He
your
doesn't have his ring on, yeah.
Oh, maybe
your
she already
daughter
left you.
looks like a
doesn't have
whore.
his
Because I
ring.
was
Oh,
boxing
maybe your
earlier.
wife left you. Maybe she got the message. Good. Good.
Oh my god, Manar says the weirdest thing coming up. He's talking about like he can't wear his ring because he's constantly punching things, and he's like, I was punching so much earlier that he like hurt his hand or
for
something.
her. Good girl. Good Mexican girl. Get rid of this fucking loser.
I'll never apologize. I'll never apologize. I'll never apologize.
Good,
I'll
good,
never.
good. What
Your
happened to your
daughter
ring?
looks like a
What
whore.
happened to
She's
the ring? What
fuckable.
happened to your
Whoremaxer. Look,
What happened to
she
your
was
ring?
on Whoremaxer's
What
lap.
happened to your ring?
Your
What happened
bro,
to the ring on your
I
finger?
don't like wearing the ring. It hurts.
So, I just, yeah. I mean, in my mind, I think I'm kind of like South to West, that I remember it feeling like it all happened so much faster, but this still, like, he's still not like, it's just a different side of Ben, I think.
Hurts. Like I punch things all the time. I don't like to wear the ring. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I punch things all the time.
Because I punch so much. The ring is
Jerking
bent.
off?
I have 2 rings, by the way. Both of them are silver.
What does a ring represent?
He's
I
still
don't know, for you,
trying.
it
Like Ben
represents
is still
something
trying.
amazing.
That doesn't mean anything to you, right? Because your wife's a whore. You think your wife's a whore.
I
Good,
have
perfect.
to me these sentimental
Yeah,
things
you know
mean
what? Your
nothing
wife's
to
a
me.
whore.
I'm not
Why
like a
wear the
feminine
ring?
guy like you. These
Why wear the ring?
Wearing
Your
a
wife's a
ring
whore.
does not mean
I
anything
agree.
to me. That's not
I
where my
agree.
love stands. Not in the ring. It's in the
Yeah,
real
no, it
world.
doesn't
No, I
matter.
haven't
Fuck
seen
her.
that yet.
I
as far
give
as-
no
She's a whore.
fucks about the
agree.
ring.
I
I
agree.
give no fucks
If you
about the
think
ring.
your
I have
wife's a whore,
zero
why wear a
sentimental
ring?
value for the ring.
Exactly.
I
It's the
give
way
no
you're
fucks
jerking
about the
off.
ring. I don't even think she gave me a
Well, I have to say though, South to West, it was actually Grace who spotted it and then fed that to Ben.
ring more than
absolutely. You
$50
don't care
worth.
about marriage.
I
Fuck
really
it,
don't.
right?
I give
Fuck
no.
it.
But I like that she gave me the ring that I wanted. I told her I wanted true silver. She gave me true silver. She gave me 2 rings to pick from. I like that. Now, do I have any
Wow,
care about
that's
the ring?
really
I really
expensive.
don't give a hoop
It
to
costs
hoop
$20.
We're cutting right down if you don't want to see the language from Ben. Just a final warning.
the ring. I don't care about the ring.
I know you don't, or the marriage that it represents. Yeah, you.
No,
don't
I
give
do
a
care
fuck.
about
Yeah,
that.
when he
You
goes
think your
back
wife
to
is a
Ben,
whore.
That's not
then
how-
You
we're
think your wife is a
then
whore?
it's
No, I don't know how you
I
equivocated
don't know.
that.
It's your problem, not
Your
mine.
daughter, look, you're mad at me
Pedal
because
to
I
the
said
metal.
your daughter's a whore because she was wearing naked,
Manar's
very tight
watching
skirts
ads.
and she's showing off her thighs.
On
I
his
get it, you're
own
mad at me.
stream?
Naked skirt. Yep, she had a naked
So,
skirt on. Yep,
she
you got
looked
me.
basically naked. I mean, people were trying to look up her
Yes,
skirt
right,
the whole
right,
time.
right.
The whole time
Yeah,
they're trying to look
yeah,
up her
I'm-
skirt.
We're all naked.
The whole
and
time
we
she was
don't
doing her
do
push-ups,
Muslim
people were hoping
rules.
to God
Yeah, yeah.
her
You
skirt
show your
goes
knee,
up.
you're naked. I get it, right? It's not retarded. It's not retarded. It makes sense.
Yeah, so anyway, I know I debate better when I'm calm. When this guy looks agitated, and it's funnier. Yeah, when I'm calm and he's agitated, it looks much funnier. So I'm staying calm, you can't upset me. I did call your daughter a whore. I did call your wife a whore, but that's because they are whores.
I
Your
don't have
daughter
a
is
wife.
a whore, your wife is a whore, and that's why I called your daughter her. She looked like a whore. Like maybe I was mistaken.
Get rid of this nigger. Fuck
Maybe
you,
I
nigger.
was mistaken.
Get out of here.
What the
Get out
fuck?
of here.
How can he actually say
Fucking
that?
end it. Fuck this fucking faggot. He's not getting any
What
reviews
the
either.
fuck?
Goodbye, faggot.
What? How can you say that? How can you say that? Ben,
at
what's
Manar.
wrong with you?
Fucking idiot. You're a fucking
Ben, look,
idiot.
you're upset that I called your wife, your daughter a whore, man. Look, she looks like a whore, man. She has to put a ton of makeup on just to show up on camera. That's not my wife.
okay. That's the end of
My
Thorp
wife is not
TV.
like that.
Kill you.
That was the end of Thorp TV. Okay.
I'm going to kill you.
My
I'm
wife
gonna
is not
kill
like
you.
that.
You got it, you little faggot?
My wife is not like this.
Kill you. Slit your fucking faggot throat. That's what I'm gonna do to you. Get
What
out.
is happening? What is happening?
Then you have this like really powerful image of Manar like in complete disbelief, and he's got Ben muted, but Ben is still going like in the window.
To this guy. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
How can he can say this?
What the fuck? Yo, the guy is officially mental. The guy is literally mental. Mental, bro. Yikes.
This is what cost Ben the channel. No, this was on Misunderstood.
Bro, I feel sorry for the guy, bro. I fucking feel so sorry for him, bro. I feel so sorry for that guy, bro. Wow. Wow. Mackenzie has to come in with the smart tactics. If you have 4 wives, do you have to wear 4 rings? Yeah, you could put them all in one place. No, in the same finger. You know,
I mean, just watching it live, it was just like complete disbelief, and then immediately being like, "Oh my god, I have to archive this." But like, just wow, I just
I have to wear a ring. That's not Islamic culture to wear a ring. How did I get here? What's up, Daddy? I see you, Daddy. I feel sorry for Ben, He's getting old.
yeah, the cardboard box,
he's
the
not
9
as smart as he
stars,
used to
trash
be,
can. It's a box, a trash
Let me
can. came
call
in.
you simp? Hell no, bro. No. What the fuck? What?
I know, like the look on his face. He was like, "He can say this. He can say this."
You're crazy. Why would I let you call? You're agitated by your person. Why did you let Ben humiliate you? Ride for the W. Ben rage quit the whole stream. Thank you so much, Ride. Appreciate that.
Ride tipped him $10 for making Ben rage quit. Wow, I forgot about
What
that.
happened with him? No, guys, it's not a real rage quit, is it? Ride, is that real?
I have that one too.
For the
Ananje.
W. Was that real? Thank you so much, Ride. That was the first $10
How can you say
from
that?
you ever. Was that real or was he manufacturing that? I thought that was manufactured. Like,
I don't really feel like it was manufactured, to be honest. Like, I think Ben seemed like genuinely emotionally like on edge through the whole stream, but then I think he was genuinely like getting extreme. I don't know that he was like angry, but he was definitely frustrated, and then that pushed into the fiery conclusion.
there's no reason for him to be upset. Like, I didn't do anything to upset him. Was that real?
Like, was that real? That's what I was wondering.
Ben rage quit? That's real. That's real. So I actually made him rage quit? Wait a minute, guys. We actually made Ben rage quit? Wait. Overload. We actually made Ben rage quit? Are you guys serious? Bro, what?
Keep in mind, everyone that's in Manar's chat is from Grace's chat.
Rare Manar W? Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up! He said rare Manar W. Let's go! What a monster!
What a monster.
Message and get him on the other half of the show. We'll see. You guys want to see TikTok debates or you guys want to see Discord debates? I'm not gonna Discord.
Look at Manar. He's like, oh, this just happened. He's like, let's get back into some TikTok debates.
Man, I don't want to debate. All right, Burger. If you don't yell and scream and shout, I'll try to debate you, man. Just calm the fuck down, bro. This guy's crazy.
This is like it's that moment like Manar really feels like he's toppled Ben, and like now it's gonna be all the Thorp viewers are gonna become Manar viewers, and things will really take off, and just
Crazy. Anyway, so that was a W, huh? So he actually ran off, kicked me out, started talking the N-word. Like, what the fuck happened, bro? What happened?
He can
Does
say
Ben
this.
just say the N-word? Right. Does Manar play the piano? This one actually does not work. I do play the piano. This one actually does not work right now.
So he's got a broken, non-functioning keyboard on top of the garbage can box. I'm so glad that I clipped this, if for no other reason than to have that bit of information now.
It needs batteries. I do play the piano, Mackenzie. Nice change of energy. Keep the energy, Mackenzie. I thought Deconstruction Zone cooked you, but you cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, that's crazy. So Deconstruction Zone, I took a dump on him. He literally had to say my handlers are saying I can't debate you anymore. This guy, I don't know what happened with this guy. Deconstruction Zone, he had to tell me, remember Anonymous? Deconstruction Zone had to tell me, hey, somebody's telling me I need to leave because I was stepping on him. I swear to God, I have it clipped. I swear to God, guys. I have it clipped. Deconstruction Zone had to leave because I was taking a dump on him so hard. Because I was like, because we got to the point where he
said some stuff you never thought would come out of that mouth.
He said morality is not objective. So I stepped on his head.
I
Hey,
feel like
Anonymous,
I've
you
heard
forgot
most
how I
of those
stepped on your
Ben
boy's
say
head
most
when he
of
said
those words.
morality is not objective. You forgot?
Not really with that level of sustained fire, I guess, if that makes sense. And if you only watched it on Misunderstood and you only saw it up to when the Thorp stopped, like, it was wild enough. But then seeing it from Manar's side when Ben kept going, and then whenever Manar has him muted, but he's like in the background, like, that was really wild.
Forgot that, huh? You forgot that, Anonymous. Rare W, is that what you said? No, but I did cook.
Manar
this guy.
has
I did cook
handlers,
him.
yeah. Ava
I
the
did
G.
cook Ben. Man, this guy has to be one of the most boring people on the internet, right?
So on his way out, Manar is shitting on Dalmatian dog.
Poor
How
guy.
many dicks have been inside of it, you fucking little dirty fucking faggot you are?
What is happening?
North.
So Manar thinks Manar's chat tells him to go to Dalmatian dogs. And now Manar's back in a he's got PTSD.
I take that back. What the fuck is
I take that back. Oh my gosh. Anyway, since that ran kind of short, I just put together a few random Thorp clips that I think we haven't watched in a little while, so.
wrong?
But Kings, what an arc. Again, I think people will mainly remember those last few seconds of what happened, but there's such a story to me with Kings. Like, it's... That part of it is very memorable, but I feel like there's so much more that's memorable. Like, there's so much more to Kings than just the finale. But it's been... I had a really good time going back and revisiting it for sure. I do think that I wanted a sequel before we watched it. I don't think so now. I think it's a pretty nice self-contained story.
What's wrong with people, bro? Why is he using the F word like so naturally? What's happening?
So naturally. So this is for It's Me. I found this in the archive. I thought that I didn't think I actually clipped any of the slothy head content, but check this out.
Oh man, this dude I work with, Tyler, he says it all the fucking time, and he does the accent pretty good. And I keep on trying to get him to do it for y'all. I used to at the other job. Say, oh, he says it, but he says it good. He says it, but he says it more than this. He's more walking than walking.
Two little mice fell in a bucket of cream. The first mouse quickly gave up and drowned. The second mouse wouldn't quit. He struggled so hard that eventually he turned that cream into butter and crawled out. Gentlemen, as of this moment, I am that second mouse.
Two mice. Anyway. What do you call an Indian woman who elopes on her wedding day? Miss Singh. Yes. But maybe it could be Patel or something. You know, Krishnamurti. Krishna Ram. Chandrahali. Mark Fusion, EFD. What does EFD mean? $306. What is EFD?
There are two other parts to this, and unfortunately, you always think you're going to have forever to clip them, and he had a copyright issue, so this stream got taken down. I had a video of him urinating out of his sliding glass door. Like, you know, he was just peeing from his house into his backyard while they're like drinking a beer, I think. And he was talking about how randomly, like, that EFD needed to pay the money back, that it was like really low down to screw over your friends.
Two mice.
Money? If you're in a bad mood or feeling depressed or whatever, why not just order a shitload of Chinese food?
Wasting time or bandwidth to DDoS kick. What's the point? I don't know.
Can you get clean the bugs off the front windshield?
Yes. Yep.
You gotta really scrub.
Okay, I will.
But it's good that it rains so that it's like a little bit primal.
Okay.
This is one of the all-time greatest clips.
You know what? I'm gonna put you guys inside so you can see what I'm doing. Somebody requested that last time I cleaned the windshield. Kick, come back, bro.
Hey, BB.
Come back, Kick. Guys, I got all these cool things for Kick whenever they come back. I saw Darius was streaming earlier. Is his stream still going? Probably not. Okay.
I feel like this video definitely gives the Thorps kind of like a cryptid vibe.
Lost debit card will make a day rough. Well, I still have my Cash App card, so it's not that bad to be honest.
Oh man, I love the RV.
You said $45 for 15 gallons.
$45, which is 15 gallons times $3, $45. All right, let's get some windshield action.
Should get us pretty close. Isn't it rich? Aren't we okay? Yep, 10 bars of diesel.
Bin abuse incoming, somebody said. Look at Big Ben taking care of business. It's these quiet Thorp moments that really stand out. Tag teaming, yeah. I won't, Farzan. I'll check it out. Speaking of Lalo, we've got a Lalo video coming up. Yeah, I really like this video. It's not always yelling at foreigners. Sometimes it's these quiet father-daughter moments, wholesome content.
Oops.
Somebody said gotta fix that hunchback.
I can't escape this now unless you show me.
No, it's the one where he got mad at me because I made a clip of him and then he searched himself and he found out that like the top response to his name was my video of him twerking for cash.
Where is bro going? You know, that's so perfect. The day that I decide to get OBS going so we can have TTS and emoji spam and chat on screen.
Are you talking to the stream?
Yeah.
I thought there is no stream.
No.
What about
I'm
it?
streaming on YouTube.
Man, that green jacket is lit.
But I think the conflict started because it became apparent to everybody that me and you got along better than you and Mom, right?
In some ways.
In some ways. In some ways.
Yeah.
And then I think
I would say that you're a better creator. You're more mature. You were more mature as a creator when you went on YouTube than she was.
yeah, I agree.
Although she was a really good creator, but in a way that was not sustainable.
Yeah, she was entertaining. But
Yeah.
as a lol
She was
cow,
more of a lol cow.
yeah.
You were less of a lol cow, but you're a lol cow. You've been a lol cow, really, honestly, for as long as you've been on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
I mean, look at yourself. Your hair is lol cow hair. Your face is lol cow face.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This RV is a lol cow RV,
No, yeah, you're right.
and you're incompetent.
You're incompetent.
So
I think that's because of the conflict, which it does make us a lol
you're
cow
super
family.
excited to get 200 viewers. I think everybody would recognize, like, that's a very low number
Yeah. Yep.
for how much time, energy, money, and effort we've put in.
Yep.
And
I agree. I agree.
you blame it on me. And I think your problem is, I think, with your mother.
Well, I
don't think
like,
you really want to be a creator because you don't do anything like interesting for a new audience. You just do these same like
What's up, ACF?
6-hour RV driving streams, nothing new, no short form content. You know.
I agree, and what it is that she's saying. I think you've been saying is like, oh, that my dad, and I will be able to do all this stuff.
Yes.
You do have the potential to do all that stuff. You're a terrific editor. There's all sorts of opportunities that you have that you let pass by.
Like Bret Hart here.
You could basically have taken over Long Cow Live by now. And instead you complain all the time that it's hard for you to figure out your relationship with me.
Yep.
When I think your problem is with your mother.
Yeah.
The reason you don't
That's a
do it
fresh
is 'cause
take
you,
from Doug.
I think you're saying he should. That location is going to be public. Someone could take pictures of people going in and out of there. That location is going to be public. Someone could take pictures of people going in and out of there.
Yeah.
And it's on the record that you have to take these classes. So I don't really get this bullshit, like, we're protecting people's privacy thing. It's not true. Yeah, I was several times had men look into my anus because I went for a walk with my daughter and like have me lift my testicles up and put through machines and treated like an animal. Where's the respect? I never got to say a word in my defense.
The state doesn't care about your privacy. They just want to protect.
You're all about protecting
their
me. I mean, all of these
employees.
guys' names are on the public portal.
Right there. I just looked up my channel, and Mark Fusion made a video on me, and it says Lalo twerks for cash. Okay, can you please get rid of that one? Like, no joke, take that off because it's a really, 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 really bad thing. Okay, like actually, like take that off for the love of God. Just leave it unlisted. But like, actually, this looks super bad.
Several men have looked into his anus.
Okay, Mark, can you it has no views as of 40 minutes ago. Okay, it's not a big ask. I'm just saying if you look up my channel, that's the first thing that comes up. So, okay, so Mark, be a patriot. This is such a bad look. I don't even care if people have the video. I'm just saying the thumbnail and him saying that I twerk for cash is like super unprofessional. Imagine somebody looks it up for political stuff. And they're like, what the fuck? Because even if they click it and they notice that it's clickbait, they're going to be like, why the fuck did anybody bother doing that? So Mark, take it down. Oh, I'm so tired. gonna call it Grace. Fuck this. Where is she? There goes your career in politics. Well, it's not even that. It's just saying that it's gonna be cringe and awkward. Well, it most likely won't even be up there by the time, like in months, because it's just how things work. But I'm gonna call it Grace right now.
Person you are calling cannot accept calls at this time. We're sorry for any inconvenience this may cause.
Grace's phone.
I'm assuming they don't have. Are they that poor they can't afford their fucking data? Do I have Ben's number somehow? When did I get Ben's number? What, I'm calling it. Fuck it.
Person you are calling cannot accept calls at this time.
What the fuck? I don't get it. Is that do not disturb or they haven't paid their phone bill? I don't get it. Okay, well, I'm just leaving the stream then. Fuck it. Dude, my back hurts like crazy. All right. Can you please analyze and review the Trump thing? No, I don't care. You got ghosted? I don't know. I think they're trying to pull something here where it's either they're broke, they fell asleep, or they're like, oh, we're going to torture you. We're going to see how long you last on this thing. In which case, I'll just leave. So I'm going to...
It was up for a long time until the playlist came down.
Maximize Grace on this thing, just so that they don't get porn bombed. That's the safe thing to do. Great stream, Lalo. Okay, Mark, can you please...
Great stream, Lalo. Thank you.
Unlist the video that you just made on me, okay? That's the only thing I'm asking. Mark. Marky. Dude, it literally has no views, nigga. Come on. You were never escaping this part of your life, Lalo. This is not part of my life. Okay. Let Jeremy take over? Nah. Nope. Mark, you have 2 minutes to make it up to me. Yeah. Tyrone says, please. Yeah, see, Tyrone has my...
Tyrone says, please. It's cringe.
Okay. It should have 1 view. Yikes, bro. It's so bad because what the clip is just me standing up, and that's it. Whereas they're going to be like, oh, he's twerking.
Yeah, see, he did. He said I needed to... He wanted the attention from a video, so I made one, and then now he's trying to revoke consent after the act.
Mark says, Lalo, you literally said on stream to do a video on you. Okay, that's so facetious. That's so facetious, dude. I did not consent. You know what I meant when I said that. Like, you know how you do videos on Grace? You would never make a 1-minute video where it's like clickbaited all shit, okay?
What?
It's okay, like for example, it'd be the equivalent like if Grace did a fit check where she just stands there and then you titled it Grace Thorp pops titty for cash. That's basically what that means.
I would definitely do that clip.
But I'm not gonna flag it or anything. I'm just saying like please take it down. Or unlist it.
I'm not gonna flag it.
Withdrawn consent. I never consented to that. Okay, you knew what I meant. I literally post these kinds of videos. Well, I didn't think so, so that means I did not consent. Okay. I'm not trying to make it more awkward than it already is. I'm just saying, like, take it down. All right. So I'll give you 2 minutes to do it. Starting now. Lalo twerking. I never twerked. Do the Elmo voice? Nah.
Oh my gosh, guys, seriously, if Grace would release this entire stream to us, this one was so good. It's probably Lalo's, honestly, in my opinion, his best work ever. He did part of the stream in this weird Elmo voice that was like just insanely creepy. It was actually a really good stream.
How can you flag it's Thorp? I'm not gonna, dipshit. Fire the warning shot now. What does that even mean? I just said take it down. I have no threat. I just said I'm. Here's the Mark Fusion. Whatever. It's not an ultimatum. I just told him to take it down. It's not anything. It's just like I want you to do something. You won't do it. Okay, fine. Whatever. Mark, just say no. Did he already? I mean, I think he already said no. If he wants to be civil about it, he can just take it down. If he doesn't, then okay. Then I would just won't mention it. I'm gonna memory hole it. Okay. He's gonna be very, very upset. Yeah, exactly. 11 views currently. It says 0.
Look how stressed he is about 11 views.
Okay. I'll stay on for another 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Get your last comments in. Like I said, I will just put Grace on the... Did I take her off or did she take herself off? What the fuck? Make them carry their own stream? Yeah, well...
Lalo really doing a lot of work with his eyes.
Oh, she's back finally. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit.
Oh,
dude.
there she is.
Settle down, children.
Hold on.
You frolicking children.
I got a dress.
All right.
Something for the bros. Do you guys think at the end we should watch the Lalo twerks for cash, or do you guys think feel like it? Do you agree with Lalo that it's just kind of too clickbaity? Thank goodness that's over.
Okay, so my dad just said that he just talked to this guy Brady, who he thinks looks like Milo Yiannopoulos, and he said that Brady said he would do a cameo, and he told me to slip Brady $40 cash.
So basically, Ben is at an alternate location, and he's sending someone to Grace who he says looks like Milo Yiannopoulos, and that she should do a video with him and pay the guy $40.
He said he told Brady to do 5 or 10 minutes of content, and he said show him Milo. He didn't know who he was. All right. Get an Airbnb and all y'all can meet there. Problem solved.
Lalo twerking for cash.
Doesn't this guy work at this Best Buy? Like, he's just gonna come out and chill?
I think I also have the clips of some of the people reacting to Lalo twerks for cash.
Awkward. Oh no. Ben goes off for 5 minutes and he's picking up dudes.
Was that Burger Planet?
Oh man, that is so, this is gonna be so awkward. Salisbury Beach State Park is a campground next to the beach. Show him your whiteboard.
Been scouting talent at the mall.
Get him to say, sup a bitch? Ben's pussy is moist for Brady. He's an employee
bussy.
of Thorp now.
Wow, Randy.
Big pimpin'. Alright, well. Anyways, Mark Fusion says, Grace, did you see all the LOLcow live drama? Supposed to be an episode tonight with tons of guests. Really? I did see Keemstar's video. And to be honest, Keemstar he seemed about right in that video. Those guys don't seem to care about the show. So, but I don't see how it's going to have legs without Keem unless they get me
He
to
wanted his
replace
Best
him.
Buy Discord
I can do a
discount.
Keemstar
Oh,
impression.
I didn't even think about that.
Do your autism impression the whole time. Hi, welcome to my stream. Have you ever been on live stream before? You should try to get on and pitch yourself. Can we keep Brady? I promise I'll walk him every day. Brady's currently being invited to ThorpCon. It's going to be hosted at his house. Oh my god. So anyways, what happened with Ruby is this woman, so Ruby said, like, you know, if I really thought you guys were doing that stuff, I probably wouldn't talk to you. Hello. Brady? Hi. Was my dad talking to you? Okay, so he said you were gonna do a cameo on my stream? Pretty much. Okay. You wanna come sit over here?
Grace just naturally falling into that character.
I'm a little bit confused.
Here we go, guys. Milo Yiannopoulos.
So we're streaming on YouTube right now. He thought you looked just like this guy named Milo Yiannopoulos, and he was telling me about you.
All right.
Do you know who that is?
I mean, he told me a little bit.
Okay. Okay, so this is the stream. You can see this is the chat right here.
Oh, cool. You get a sniff test?
Man, Grace has got the tradgirl hair at its peak here. C cuppers shining.
So you work here? I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
They let you just go and hang out with random weirdos outside of the store?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, if you ask nicely, yeah.
Okay, so let me see. I guess this is what he's talking about. I don't think he's quite right, to be honest.
I don't think I'm not seeing it. Not so
I think
much.
it's literally just the blonde hair. Well, you have big eyes.
Maybe.
So how old are you?
18.
18?
18.
Oh, I thought you were older. I thought you were like 23. I'm 21.
Everyone thinks I'm...
Good boyfriend for Lalo. Good starter
Are you still
boyfriend.
in high school?
No, I just graduated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
The law is not okay with video laws inside the property.
Oh, okay.
Has to get permission.
No problem. No problem. I'll turn it off. I get you. No problem. Thank you. Okay. Thumbs up. Hang on.
Yo, yeah, for sure.
Thank you for coming over. I know this is like literally so awkward, but
No, it's...
I'm just like.
It's cool. I got you.
Oh, look at the person in the background, like looking in right directly into. Oh, she's watching what's happening.
All right, I gotta get out of here. But nice meeting you.
I forgot the security's there. He looks like he'd be a really good beach volleyball player in the 80s.
What a fucking shit show. Boom. I gave him 10. I couldn't find my 40. Suffer, Milo. Suffer, bitch. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Hey, you could be onto something there because remember, somebody was with her. She had somebody seated over there, and then that lady got up, and then in the meantime, she hasn't come back, but the cops come by now to run Grace off.
Okay.
I can't have her.
Oh, this is a beautiful song.